Let's go. I have no computer sound. Game sound.
Okay, it's right here. Go.
Hello, hello. Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Who's ready for some exciting Apex?
I'm ready for some exciting Apex. This is something that I wish would have been around about 10 years ago, and
10
well,
years
I
ago?
guess I graduated like 5 years ago, so it would have been so awesome. I was sinking so much time into competitive gaming, and this just wasn't around. So holy man, what a time to be a student.
All right, guys. Hi. It's nice to meet everyone. If there's any new faces here watching us, we're His and Hers Live, Andrew and Juka. It's really nice to meet you. We will be handling all of the casting and production for today's
Yeah.
amazing competitors. And I'm so excited. And I want to say thank you to TSMU. This is a new program that I just learned about recently. It's an amazing program for students of all ages. So there's a link in chat. You guys can do exclamation point TSMU if you want to join the Discord and know all about the program. It's catering, like we said, to students of all ages, anyone that wants to be involved in working in the esports world or getting more involved with esports in general. And I think it's so neat and awesome that universities are really finally viewing esports as a major, as a career field, as something that you can really turn into a career.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Judy, it wasn't too long ago you were talking at a university about our situation,
I did.
and
I
that
did.
definitely it wasn't even on the radar when we were in school. It wasn't even close. No one thought it was ever going to be. So the fact that it's a thing now, it's truly amazing, and it's a proven thing that is viable. It's a viable direction.
Absolutely. I think it's so great, especially like I said, that it's just such a growing field still. So today, let me tell you what we have in store for you. We have 20 amazing teams that are all represented by different esports teams from universities or just people that are in the same college together, university. And we're gonna go through. I already have a couple of favorites because I was peeping the Discord last night and I saw a couple of teams up mighty late using the voice comms, practicing pretty late. The team that I saw, do you want to know which team, Andrew, was in there after we went to bed, even? And we went to bed mighty late.
I can't fathom, Judy.
I wonder if it's going to have any play whatsoever on their performance tonight because I don't think they got too much sleep, but it was San Diego up in here. So we
All
will
right.
see. We will see if
All
that
right.
late night practice had anything to do with them performing well tonight. But let's talk about some prizes. We have $25,000 on the line today for these amazing competitors. $9,000 going out to first place, 6,000 to second place, 4,500 to third, 3,000 to fourth, and 1,500 to fifth, and even prizes from Logitech going out to the top 5 teams. So some nice prizes on the line tonight. If this is something
Unbelievable.
that seems interesting to you, make sure you do exclamation point TSMU in chat, and you can join the Discord and learn more about all the events and updates. And just again, huge shout out and thank you to TSM for putting on such an amazing program for students. Let's take a look at the
Exciting.
teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just so exciting to be a student and to be in gaming and to have that as a potential direction that you can take. Because I was there once, and a lot of my friends, and it was like we have this thing that we're very talented at in the industry that seems so exciting, but it's just emerging, and this is the first step. Yeah, let's look at the teams really quickly, and yeah, the teams are pretty stacked. A lot of the schools that you've heard of, and yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I mean, obviously, we've never seen these players play before. We don't know the comps, the strategies, the landing, so it's just gonna be all brand new, and we're just gonna be going by the seat of our pants. So, Judy, what do you think?
I mean, okay, first things first, University of Alaska Fairbanks stands out to me just because how cool is that? But secondly, San Diego State University, they were up in the Discord super late last night practicing. I saw them. They were the only team in Discord practicing. So let's see if that late night practice paid off.
So, yeah, guys, we'll be getting into the first game here in just a few minutes. I think it's booting up right now, so the players are probably starting to sweat a little bit. If they were laughing, it might be getting a little more serious. Team comps are going to be really interesting to see today. We know there were a bunch of changes recently, but we've also seen a lot of the pros still running Seer and Valk. Will these guys be running Seer and Valk, or will they be switching it up and trying some trickery, Judy? What are you thinking on that?
I don't know. I know that in pro scrims, and I wonder how many of these students here are watching the pro scrims, but I know that
Right.
Catalyst was making a huge appearance.
Mhm.
Catalyst on so many teams, so it'll be interesting to see if that plays here. I'm really hoping that we see more legend diversity. Like I really, really am hoping we
I
see
think we
more.
will.
I think we will too. I hope we do because there were too many teams already running the same 3 legends in the pro scrims. I was already getting bored.
Yeah, no, this should be good. This is one of the things that we get excited about. Judy and I do a lot of tournaments, and often if it's at the highest level, basically all the teams are in the same comp. But when it's a kind of a mix bag like this, you might see some mirages, some lifelines, maybe some revenants,
Yeah.
all kinds of off the wall stuff. People are trying out different comps. Maybe people aren't very comfortable playing all the characters because they're students and they probably don't have 10,000 hours in the game like we do. So yeah, they might just have one character that they're really good at. So they might just whip that out regardless of the meta.
Exactly. All right, guys, we want to see in chat who you're rooting for. I want you to proudly represent your team or your school. And we are getting the lobby started right now. We're going to wait and make sure everyone loads in before we get it going. But game one
Ooh.
of six starting right now. We're doing 3 games on World's Edge, and then we're going to move over to Storm Point for 3 games. We're using traditional ALGS scoring. That means there's placement points for what place you earn out of the 20 spots in the lobby, and then also
Yeah.
1 point per kill. There'll be a couple commands in chat so you can also see the scores on your end, but Andrew and I will be doing the scoring as well, and we'll show you the scores after every single game.
Go. I think looks like everyone got into the server cleanly. So I'm gonna go ahead and send us into the map, and our cams will be gone. You will see our faces back in a few minutes. Let's see what characters people are selecting right now.
Um,
Oh man.
let's see. I think we're gonna do a restart on this one, but we can get a sneak peek.
Okay, we can get a preview here. I see some Cossacks and Watsons. I see a couple Bangalores. All this is very meta.
I am excited though. I see Bloodhound, Maggie, even a lot of Caustics.
These
A
guys
lot
have
of
been doing their homework.
Watsons. And quite a few. Okay. Even a Gibby up in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring it back and let's see. I believe we are going to end this game here. So I'm going to put us right back here and
Right,
we'll
all
double
right.
check. We don't want anyone to have any issues. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of a disconnect, but that's
One
okay. Guess
disconnect,
what,
it's all
guys? This
good.
is a moment where you can ask us anything. We are here. And sometimes that does happen with the lobbies, and we have students playing all over the world in this. We are hosting these in central servers, but excuse me, all over the U.S. And like I said, we even have a team in Alaska playing.
I would assume there were a couple teams there that might have been freaking out a little bit. Now it's like crunch time, money's on the line, game one, and a restart probably isn't the worst thing. Just to maybe stand up for a second, breathe. Maybe someone you might even click the wrong character because when you're selecting there at the beginning, you only have a few seconds to click the character. And when you're under pressure, $25,000 on the line, you know, there might have been some wrong characters. So this is good. This is a nice restart. Everyone's got to get a chance to breathe for a second, and we'll be getting into game one in just a second.
I did see a question in chat, and I believe we might have an ad playing right now, so some of you might not even be able to see this answer. But if you are able to see this answer, someone asked, how do you get involved with casting? If you get involved with casting, this is something that Andrew and I honestly stumbled upon. We started streaming 4 years ago, and we started organizing tournaments and events as a way to bring people to our stream and bring the community together. So it's something that we kind of fell into. This is our 215th tournament for Apex Legends. I can't believe it. We've done so many tournaments for Apex Legends. A lot of our efforts have been around focusing towards promoting women in the esports scene. And that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. But what we're going to do here is, like I said, how we gotten into casting. If you are in school right now, I highly recommend maybe a comms or journalist type focus. That's not something that I did, but maybe you can be one of the rare 20% of people that actually use your degree towards
Right.
your career.
Right.
I personally studied finance, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I believe we're going to go ahead and get a new lobby filled up. So we're going to go ahead and do that really quickly, but
Yeah.
we're not ready. I'm excited to see. And you know what? It is such like Andrew, you know how nervous you get right when the tournament starts, and then that end game that pops up when you
Yeah.
end it. It's
Yeah.
so loud. It's always like I
I
know, it's almost as scary as getting Cravered.
know. You almost think that you might have messed something up. Yeah, Judy, on what you were talking about, to further that, in school I actually was in computer information systems. And guys, if you're interested in getting into streaming or doing any type of casting, it is a very broad category. It is nice to have a lot of different knowledge, not just one specific thing, like not just coding, but just like you need to know a little bit of, you need to know about sound, you need to know about video, you need to know about editing, photography. You need a lot of knowledge. So yeah, guys, just make sure you're broadening your scope there. And but yeah, I think like Judy said, it's hard to actually utilize your degree sometimes. So if you can dial that in, then you'll have a little bit of a head start on your peers.
I think that this industry in general, whether you want to get involved with esports playing on the professional side or on the business side, you just need to learn to wear many different hats and to be able to know and understand what production does, what casters do and go through, and what the tournament organizers and admins behind the scenes do. And if you do a little bit of it all yourselves, you'll be able to work with other people in the industry much easier as well.
Yeah, it also helps to have a teammate. You know, to do it solo is I've heard even harder. So the
Is that a
fact that
compliment to me?
I mean, either get a spouse or a roommate or somebody where you guys really align on what's going on, so you can kind of you know, pick each other up when you're down, help motivate each other if it's a low energy day, and to help keep each other on track because you know it's a very competitive, very challenging thing to do. So it's nice to have two or more people involved. So that's another thing to consider as well.
All right, so
Find
get
a spouse
roommate
that's into
or
it.
spouse, okay, or
Yeah, or
teammate.
maybe like a house of people because it's more than a full time commitment. I can tell you that. I feel like it's nuts, man. It's 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day.
Get a spouse strictly to help with work. Okay, got it. Check. All right, we
Facts.
are filling up the lobby again. I'm not entirely sure why we wanted to start a new one, but we want everything to be perfect for these amazing students. So, Andrew, can we take a look at the teams that are competing again?
Let's take a look.
Hey, Andrew, you never called out your favorites. I just randomly picked University of Alaska Fairbanks and San Diego State University based off of Alaska just being super cool that they're playing from that far away, and San Diego because they were practicing late in Discord last night.
Let's see. Let's go with Utah State. I mean, Utah State. Utah is one of those states where I just want to frequent and I don't, you know. So Utah just gives me the butterflies. So I'm a big Utah fan. So much cool activity out there. Big mountains, biking, skiing, hiking. Man, Utah would be great. We live in Virginia. Virginia's not too bad, but yeah, like Utah, Colorado, over in those areas really get my juices flowing. So Utah State, I would like to see them do well. And
Yeah, TSMU. What do we need to do to get some UVA up in here? Maybe we'll see
right.
A Virginia university in here next. I guess we could root for our neighbor. That would have to be UNC Greensboro.
Go. Let's go. I think we're starting the server back up. Everyone is loading in at the moment. And let's go back to the game screen here as we do have the character selection again. I did see some pretty solid choices for teams. I was saying earlier, I think everyone had done their homework, although we did see a few Pathfinders in here, which, you know, Pathfinder got a buff recently, and Pathfinder is very good, but I'm still not sure I would want a Pathfinder necessarily on my team unless we were running the edge for kills. So we'll have to see. I see a lifeline on team 8.
The crypto, okay.
Okay, so we do have a couple wild characters in here, but a lot of the meta characters that we're used to seeing here, Seers, Bangalores, and Catalyst, like we mentioned, and even Horizon. Even the Horizon just got a pretty hefty little nerf. Horizon on team with the Catalyst and the Seer. As we do fly in, this is often a little bit nerve-wracking as teams do pick their landing spots prior to the game, but still there are some disagreements about where landings should be. So we might have a few teams on top of each other. What's up?
First things first, speaking of teams on top of each other, Climatizer looks like it's going to have a double occupancy. If you want to go ahead and take a look there. Climatizer, double occupancy. Now, that's a large enough POI where you can have two teams loot up and actually get some decent loot before they start fighting.
Yeah.
So I'll keep a look at the map while you look at the Climatizer fight for some early action. Everything else looks extremely fair. Oh, we do have Thermal and Skyhook with double occupancy as well. Thermal is going to be our first fight. If your teams have not started yet, I would like to take us down to Thermal.
Yeah, I'm taking you. Go for it.
Okay, here we go. We have a Mozambique and a car in hand. UO over here with the early game. Huge damage. Not even needing the second gun there. Going to do a little fist bump celebration. And Catalyst Goop on the door to block them out. And we're already getting a thirst. And double knocks. And that was a fast, clean elimination. Well done, UO. Great, clean fight. And we have already lost our first team of the day.
And that's got to feel really good for them to get that wipe, but also you got to feel for the team that did just immediately die on game 1. So
I know. They've been waiting for 10, 15 minutes to get into that game. We do have 2 teams over in the northwest side of the map. That's going to be Skyhook. This is a huge POI, though. 2 teams normally land here, so they really shouldn't fight. One team should be taking more of the trial side, but they both kind of landed on the east side of the map.
Yeah,
and
guys.
How's Climatizer looking?
Climatizer did split up. I'm going to bring us over to the map really quick, and let's take a look overall at what's happening here. We do have a couple teams up on the north side that are going to have to rotate down to the south here, as it is going to pull towards the tree area. It could even be around here as the final zone is closing. We have a lot of these teams on the edge that are still looting up. It doesn't look like anyone's rotating too quickly, so that's not surprising to see, considering these aren't necessarily pro teams, and they're going to be a little bit tentative here as they rotate out of their landing areas.
Or could it be that they're following in Furia's footsteps and they did, Furia makes that edge gameplay so exciting to watch. So it could very well be something along those lines. All right, I'm just keeping a close eye on the other areas where we have the double teams, but everything looks good. We do have 3 teams in zone right now. Skyhook wants to fight. Skyhook really does want to make some noise. So I hear some gunshots, so I'm going to take us back over to Skyhook. This is our only Pathfinder, I believe, in the lobby. We have IVC taking some shots at the team that's up on that. We call it a donut building. Double blues. This is an aggressive squad. Not a single ounce of defense on this team. What do we think about Bloodhound, Pathfinder, and Horizon?
Yeah, I'm thinking that sounds like a super aggressive team. They're going to be great at fights. They're going to be really strong at 3v3 fights. And that's what they're going to be looking for.
Tough.
End game, they're going to have a really hard time holding any type of positioning.
Okay. Love seeing the Nemesis in action as well. Quite a few Nemesis users, Nemesis enjoyers. Here's a look at the other team that was in there. They don't have nearly as good of loot. Triple white shields, not what you want when you're leaving, but they're taking a look at zone and already trying to prioritize getting in. I did want to show you here the white line is where the next zone is. A lot of these players do not know that's where it is yet. Andrew, we have a little bit of a cluster at tree. 3 teams already making a home at tree, which is exactly what a caustic can do. We're going to gas up the doors, trap it up. And I like this squad. This is a really interesting team comp with Wraith as their movement, Bangalore and Caustic as some defense.
I like the Bangalore right now. Bangalore's really strong in the current meta. Caustic is great for defense in-game. Perfect positioning for them. And then they have the Wraith for moving between buildings and adjusting to that zone pull. So actually a really, really solid comp here, especially considering the position they're in.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the map real quick, guys, and just see what's going on. I don't think that team's going to fight that we were just spectating. They're kind of just set up for in-game. There are a couple teams on the back edge here and a couple gatekeeps potentially, as we do have a very, very creepy, tricky team here. This is the no-name outside of Fragment, and they are scoping out a team that is in the no-name area, and I think may have seen them. So, and we also have a team that might sneak up behind them. So, quite a situation.
But they set up so many traps, Andrew. That team that you were watching, HU, set up so many traps that they're running into gas traps and Watson fences. So if any hope of a surprise attack is eliminated, so I'm sure they know.
Yeah, well, they might find themselves in a little bit of a pinch here, as they do have 2 teams around them, as we can see on the map here. We got the Matthew Muse, and we do have HU still stuck in the tunnel, but they do have a Caustic, so it's going to really deter anybody who might be thinking about pushing this tunnel. Caustic in a tunnel is one of the most devastating things to try to fight. They do hear shots outside, and it seems enticing. It does look like Hoki is going to take a little meander out here and a little peek. It doesn't seem like there's anybody in the no-name, but they are going to look over here to the left at the hill, which I do think there's a team on top. You can hear the sentinel shots going down.
I'm so impressed with how sweaty all of these players are. We have 19 teams still up. We've only lost 1 team, and it was one of the contests, the 50-50 drops. All right, some big shots finally happening right here, but nothing major. These are just super far snipe shots. Like there's nothing at the moment.
Yeah, I'll put it back on your screen, Juka, and I'm going to adjust one thing here with my game.
I'm keeping a close eye on the map here. Let's go ahead and see where they decide to Valk ult. Big rotate here. They might want to land on the geyser and then get the extra movement. Valk ult immediately to the geyser. Look at this entire map. They're able to go from one side of the circle to another, getting the Valk scan, seeing that there is a team right over to their left, going to want to stay right here. This is not the best spot for them, but at least it's a safe spot. You know, something with that Valk ult is that it can be incredibly dangerous indeed. Okay, a couple of shots happening here. This is the no-name outside of Siphon.
Everybody is playing. Everybody's playing great right now. Let me show you guys the overall map real quick, just so you can see how intense this is getting. 19 squads up still, and so many teams, and they're all getting forced into each other here. Everyone has to head down to the tree side, and it does look like 19 squads up. This is exactly what you want to see in one of these lobbies. It's going to be so intense for the ending, and this is not what you would normally see in a normal match because everyone is really, really trying to stay alive here.
From an observing and casting point of view, I will say I want some teams to fight right now because we're going to have 6 or 7 fights at the same time, and I don't want you guys to miss any of the action, but someone needs to fight right now. We need some of these teams to go ahead and leave the lobby.
We got the Go Texan fans over here, and
this is a tree zone. This is a tree zone. Everyone really wants to make their way into tree. That is where it is pulling. We already have 4 teams down there, but all of these teams on the outside just need to go ahead and eliminate each other.
Yeah, it does look like we have a bit of a standoff here. 19 squads up. The zone is pulling. You can see in the upper left-hand corner there is the map, and it is showing the zone is going to be a pretty big pull. It is only zone 2, though, so these guys can certainly fight on the edge here. They don't need to necessarily go in, especially if they are looking for some KP. Let's take a look at the map here. You can see the team is rotating around that was in front of them, and if you hear the shots over here at Lava Siphon, but it doesn't seem like these teams are committing either, as we have a team in the trailer.
That's the fight that I've been watching, Andrew, but there's really nothing progressing with it. There's about 2 teams that are just kind of poking at each other and have been for quite some time, but I'll go ahead and just show you as they try to rotate out and around, and they might try to hit the geyser as well, but if they do, they're going to be met with a team that's in that little building right to their right, and it looks like that is where they're deciding to go.
Yeah, I love the way these guys are playing right now. Oh, I do have a situation.
Okay.
I do have a situation. We have a team on the edge of Lava Siphon, and 2 teams are face to face. One team outside and one team inside the building here in front of us. It seems like they are going to throw some grenades and maybe just back up. This is going... Oh, taking some shots here. And they are going to go ahead and back up here. This is going to work, guys, for about 2-3 more minutes until 19 squads are going to have to pal in into a 10 square foot area. So yeah, they can't play like this for much longer.
There is no way we have 19 teams, 56 players still alive.
Oh yeah,
55 now. Someone did just not make it on a redeploy, but other than that, let's see. I'm gonna show you guys the team that just lost a player. That is IVC. They lost Victor, and there is a res right in front of them. Right in front of them, and that
oh my gosh,
was not their res. That was not their revive at all. So they're going to try to do a little reconnaissance mission, grab the banner. Okay. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Pathfinder main with the nice grapples. Indeed, if you're going to play a legend like Pathfinder, you need to be so comfortable with that large hitbox. They're keeping a close eye, seeing if there's a team maybe sitting on the banner. No support legend, so they cannot craft. They cannot craft it. Andrew, I hear so many shots, and I see a bit of a chase here.
Yeah,
UND.
There's a bit of a chase here. It is Horizon getting chased right now.
Absolutely.
And they got split from their team a little bit. Yeah, and down goes Jenny. Down goes Jenny, the Horizon, trying to make their way into zone as round 2 is closing. The teammates are trying to cover, but Jenny is down. They're probably going to try to get that banner, and it does look like UND is going to have to go around the rock here. This is a ticking time bomb, guys. Let's look at the map as we have all 19 squads that are going to be piling on top of each other. It's going to be an absolute explosion here in a second.
Guys, I mean, this is the future. This is the future of esports, and I cannot wait to see which players are really going to make it in the Pro League, because these teams are playing better than the scrims. I can't believe how many teams and players we still have alive. I have never seen this many teams alive as we are just minutes away from round 3.
All right, they were taking shots here. I'm trying to show you guys the map just so you can see how tight these players are playing in their zone here. The zone is going to pull all the way down to tree. So all of the teams on the outside here are going to be forced into each other in just a few minutes, and it's going to be absolute disaster.
All right, USU with the Seer ult down on the other side, going in with some big grenades. There is a huge grenade getting the triple damage, all 3 players right there. Now that is the enemy Seer ult, but they just spiked theirs as well. We have a double Seer ult down, and there is not much room to hide in there. Gonna avoid that seer attack, so there's gonna be no scans at all. And they did try to go outside. These players are going through it, and I do see a grenade from another team, it seems like, behind them as well. And they're gonna be forced out. And a Valk ulting solo, leaving her teammates behind. 2 players down on low ground. Now, Aggressive Pillow, I love these names. Aggressive Pillow dropping down, making a big wall here, providing a little visual distraction. Gonna have to turn around and hit the bat. I'm not sure how they were not able to grab any of those kills, but players are going down, Andrew.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting move from the Valk there, doing a little distraction ult, flying up in the sky. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a rotate here, as we do have GFU pulling into the tunnel here. They're gonna try to make it in. We can see there's multiple teams in front of them. They are the furthest team out of zone right now. And they are going to go in with the Maggie Ball. And this is, seems like a confident push here, but we're about to find out if these wingman shots are going to hit. The wall is down from the Catalyst, but they can see right past it. The wingman shots are flying. And they are making some space. They're making some space. That's the main goal right now. They're running through a hellstorm of grenades and ults, though. And we are pushing. 5 seconds left on zone 3. This is do or die. They did get a knock.
All right, UM did just get eliminated in Lava Siphon. HU ended up winning that fight. It was a bit of a third party, so there were no real winners, unfortunately. But HU were the last team to arrive. They're gonna loot up.
And the Crypto, distracting him. The Seer shooting up at the drone instead of shooting at the players. That's exactly what you want to see as a Crypto, and GFU does take that fight. Back over to you, Juga.
I am watching over here closer towards the end zone. Some of these teams that are just situated. These teams can coexist. They're just poking at each other. Really, my focus is on these teams that they cannot coexist with where they are. Everyone is fine in this area here. This is not fine. This zone hurts. This zone absolutely hurts. GFU has to move in a little bit further, and they have a team behind them, so they have a little bit of a gatekeep. Shooting the caustic right there, but Crypto will end up getting knocked to the 301 across the way, and that's a great bang smoke, and that is a potentially devastating Maggie drill. You are not safe anywhere. Great shots.
Nice.
Great cover out of the Maggie, and we're seeing super aggressive play out of Maggie. As that ball, can we get a bop? We did indeed get the Maggie ball boop. And we're going to zoom on in here and clean up. 1 player left on the squad rotating. Oh, did we see some schmoves, Andrew?
Nice.
Okay.
We love the schmoves.
Okay, sign them now. GFU, pop off. All right, I'm going to quickly go over here to JCSU, excuse me. Cleaning up as well. So we did just lose Texas there as well as CTX.
Guys, we did lose some teams as they all had to pile on top of each other. A couple teams fighting for in-game positioning here, as we do have some Watson action in the final end zone building, and they are going to go ahead and recover here. Let's look at the overall map here. Teams do finally have the space to breathe, as we did lose a few teams as they had to all push in. We see a solo running in, and we do see this team that we were watching earlier with the Maggie and the Crypto as they try to push into zone on the bridge, and they're looking for more kills here. They have a couple now. They're probably feeling pretty good and confident.
All right, GFU has the most kills of any team in the lobby. They have 5 right now. UNC Greensboro with 4 kills. TAMU with 3. UND with 3. UO with 3 as well.
Oh, nice shots out of the 301. Goat Eats Grass is putting in some damage. 376. Nice 127. Are we going to push on it? It seems so. I hear the Maggie drill coming in. I see the Maggie ball going in. We got shield cracks. Goat is going to try to push up, but they are taking shots in their back, so that's going to immediately change their game plan here. Is TK64 in front there, taking shots in the back as well. So they have to line of sight the team to the left. They need to get on to the building here, but the zone is closing. Round 4 here. I'm going to take us into comms here with GFU. They're playing well, and I want to see if they can pull this off. GFU.
All right, we're going to do a live listen-in.
We're not actually, because the names don't really coordinate with the names in Discord, so I have no idea. But let's just stay on top of them right now.
Okay.
All right, GFU is barely on the edge of zone here. TK64 going down, making the Wraith portal, and this is going to be intense here. We're going to try to get in the trailer, but there's already a full team inside, so I don't know exactly what they're going to do about this. Team on the bridge, team in the trailer.
I'm going to take us over to another team as well, as they're taking a little bit of an aggressive spot and do have 3 teams in front of them they can see, and the Hemlock, the new care package weapon, the Hemlock. With the Newcastle, I love Newcastle paired with Watson. They are such a good duo together. Their abilities are just, chef's kiss. But this is a great spot. They do have to move in for next zone, and there's a lot of action happening right over in front of them. So I'm going to just quickly defy the laws of gravity and zoom on in here as we have a team that is set up a little bit more defense. Can we get this team? Nice sentinel shot. One more shot right there to finish the job. And you know what? I think someone else got the kill. So many teams are situated up in these trailers, Andrew. BEG has this building fully trapped up with fences. But now we have just a couple teams piled up on top of each other, trying to get a res, but that Seer ability, the Seer, the legend that does it all, able to cancel the res. There's one player left on the team. It is just the Valk hiding behind their players' knockdown shields. Gonna try to just lay low as much as possible. Is there any chance they could pull off a res here? Look at this. We're going for it. We are absolutely going for it. You see the great play out of Seer trying to provide cover, and there is no shield left. Nothing else they can do at that point.
Let's go. They finally did make some space there on the south edge.
How did that person die right there?
The team here on BEG is going to have to move very, very far up to the north, but they do have a little bit of space. There's going to be one team in front of them. So
here we are, the face-to-face against the team in front of them. Let's see if they can move on up safely. Another player hiding behind their teammate's knockdown shield. This is kind of like their specialty. BEG, the cleanup crew of the lobby.
Let's go. 5 squads up. I'm showing you guys the map real quick so you can see what we got. We have the 2 teams on the south side here, and we have 3 teams up on the bridge. We have the duo of GFU that we were following earlier, and then we have a team right above them as well. So should be a pretty spicy ending with 5 squads left here. Really low health, and I think we're out of heals here on Team USU. What to do here? Yeah, no shield heals. We're gonna use the Valkyrie because we are taking fire, and we are gonna get shot out of the sky. No more heals, and I think USU is gonna be going down here unless we can get a magic 225 damage. Armor swap. Is it all gonna? No, it's not gonna happen. GFU does get the kills there.
I'm still watching BEG. They are absolutely frying here underneath the bridge. They did just lose their Valk player, but they're doing a good job of just keeping their head on a swivel. Zone is kind of pulling close to where they are. And they're providing cover fire both sides. It looks like the 2 teams to their left actually had to fight, so they're going to walk up here and be aggressive, and they're just leaving their Valk behind, and this could be a great way for them to clear their backside. BEG, the cleanup crew, back at it again. Going to drop down here. Ooh, PK was not ready for that. And they're just racking up the kills. As a duo right now, need to grab a shield. Absolutely need to grab a shield. No, we're gonna keep on keeping on. These are some of the cleanest car shots I've ever seen, but we are unfortunately out of ammo. And Seer, using the Seer's ability to see where people are. I don't even think we need the ability at that point. Everyone's kind of out in the open right in front. 3 squads left, a full trio right above. I think this is where we're gonna have the final game here. UNC Greensboro. How can anyone defeat them? They're all alive and they're on high ground.
They get the dub here, I think. I don't see how they lose this. They are a 3-stack on the bridge. They have the Watson gen. They have heals. Unlike most of the other teams at this point that seem depleted, they have armor swaps, boxes of loot from. So I think we're going to watch UNCG clean this up as it is only a solo to the left and a duo to the right. They are sharing supplies, batteries aplenty. And let's see how they pull this off here. 2 other squads left other than them. Getting some decent damage. And the other 2 teams are forced into each other, I think. So this could be, this could just be a really easy cleanup here. As we do get a pretty wide swing here and a knock. Great shots in the back as the Wraith phases. It's going to be 2 solos left. UNCG going to try to clean this up. Juga, I'm going to see if I can find this team.
Last team up here. They do have a bit of a spread, and UNC Greensboro are going to take the game 1 dub. That was just too clean.
Comms in here. They have to say here as they celebrate.
Good job, boys. Good job.
Misplays.
Way to hold angles, man.
I ate the
Way to hold
Pop-Tart.
angles.
and
Good
see what
job.
happened.
Good job. Let's go.
It was the Pop-Tart misplays gave him.
Good job.
It was the Pop-Tart. It was the Pop-Tart.
Good job, boys.
Love to hear it.
Got plenty of KP. Nice job. Way to start.
Wow.
Way to start, boys. Way to
Vibes are
start.
high indeed. Okay, thank you for pulling us into that celebration. Apparently, Pop-Tarts had something to do with it. The Pop-Tart difference. Maybe you guys can explain the Pop-Tart difference to me. GG.
Well played. I'm going to pull us over to the match summary now.
Okay. Let's
See what
take
these
a look.
guys actually did. 14 kills for the champion squad there. They're going to be so stoked about that. Really great to start a tournament like this off on a forward foot like that with 14 kills and the dub. They're going to have 26 points to start. So that's going to be a massive game for them. It's going to really settle them. We also had second place BEG with 7 kills. GFU getting 9 kills. UND with the 4. And running on top 5 is USU. Really nice game. Everybody was pretty, what would you say there? I would say a little reluctant to fight, which is okay at first, but as you
absolutely. There were so many teams alive at the end
wait.
game. Like 19 teams alive for the longest time. 19 teams. We've hosted over 200 tournaments. That was the most teams alive I've seen with round 3 getting ready to close ever. So that was exciting. I didn't think I'd see any world first by hosting this tournament tonight, but I am super excited to see how the rest of the games play out. That was just game 1. We have 6 games. We're going to take a quick break and we'll go ahead and get the overall scores up to you guys, and game 2 started in just a moment. We will be right back. All right, hello and welcome back. Okay, we're going to take a quick break in between each of the games, just allow us to get some scoring situated. But again, what great gameplay out of all of the teams. And we're going to have a bit of a lead with one squad tonight. Andrew, go ahead and show us the scores if you don't mind. And we do, without a doubt, have UNC Greensboro on top with a solid 26 points. BEG in second place with 16. Not far behind them is going to be GFU. TU and UND to round out your top 5. Lots of opportunities for points across the board as we do have 5 teams sitting with a 0 right now. It is really nice to be here. There's a couple commands you guys can do in chat. You can do !TSMU if you want to learn more about this amazing program that TSM put on, TSM University. It is a student program for students of all ages, of people that want to work or play in the esports industry and scene. Thank you, TSM University, for putting this amazing $25,000 tournament on. $9K going out to first place alone tonight.
Back over. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect for game 1 there. And we saw a lot of compositions that were potentially going to be good for edge fighting. But yeah, when it came to fighting, everybody was really, really concerned about placement that game, which is something that I would definitely recommend to teams. But when there's so many teams that are playing in that exact same way, it really doesn't give you many options in game, because you get pinched so hard that you can't take fights without getting third partied.
Yeah.
So that's why you do want to see a little bit of thinning out of the teams as the zones do close, because otherwise you're not going to have any opportunity to fight. And you'll see just what happened there at the end. So many teams collapsing on top of each other, and no way out. There's no safety. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. You can't even fight. So I don't know how we're going to play for game number 2 here.
All right. Well, we have to keep certainly a close eye on our kill leaders overall. Again, as I said, we have $25,000 on the line tonight. $9,000 alone going out to first place. In second place, we have $6,000. Third place, $4,500. Fourth, $3,000. Fifth, $1,500. We are getting game 2 started right now. This is the second game on World's Edge. We're going to do 3 on World's Edge and then move you over to Storm Point for the next 3 games. But we had 3 areas where we had teams landing directly on top of each other. It was Skyhook, Thermal, and Climatizer. I'm taking a look at the map and seeing if we're going to have a repeat of that, or maybe... Do you think our Thermal team, our team that got knocked really early, are they going to decide on a different landing spot? What would you do, Andrew?
Yeah, I would generally try not to land on a team right away. I can often find nooks and crannies to find loot and try to play for end game. Landing on a team, it would only work if you're very comfortable fighting with that team. And these guys, I'm not sure, have too many hours playing together. But yeah, if you do feel very comfortable fighting with your team, then certainly land on a team and go for the 50-50.
All right, Andrew, they're both landing on top of each other yet again. But, we're getting a little bit of a further drop. So it looks like they opted, the team that did end up losing the fight, Oh, okay, they are. Okay, that is some respect to who won the game. And we do have UO, the winners of the last 50-50, deciding to just kind of still take the center. Other team landing on the outside edges. So I think we have a very fair drop. I don't understand what's going on in Skyhook, though.
Yeah, I'm watching for you.
Skyhook is confusing me. Skyhook, it is such a big area. These 2 teams should be able to coexist here, but they are not. They are landing on the east side and on top of each other. Yeah. I'm all for the rivalry, though. I'm all for it.
Let's get a little 50-50 action here. As I am on Team IVC, Juka is on Team IWU. Is that?
Yep. I'm on IWU.
We are in a fight.
Okay, you can see both sides of the action here as they are going to go ahead and go for the flatty hipfire and get the Bloodhound knocked. All 3 players on IWU up. Only 1 player left on your team, Andrew. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I got a feeling Crimson C is going to definitely not get the 1v3. Crimson C is going to get off the scene right now and head for cover. So really good job. Your team was holding the building down with a catalyst, so that's a really, really hard push. And yeah, it just shows right there that none of them got knocked.
They pushed right on in. They just really pushed in. So they're just going ahead and get the Thirst clean up right there. 2 kills now for IWU.
Yeah, guys, it's really hard to push a building with a cat that if the opposing team has a catalyst or a caustic in a building or a Watson, really hard to push, especially early game like that where they didn't have many grenades or anything to push that fight. So it was a little bit of a stubborn push there from them, and they paid for it.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the map and see what else is going on here. Let me show you guys exactly where the zone is pulling to. And this dotted white line, oh my goodness, is there any way we could have a Mirage à Trois end zone? Because that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing and great for teams over here that are already situated here.
That would be good for them. That would be good for them. But as we saw earlier, there were 19 teams heading into end zone, so that's really good for nobody at that point. All the teams on the east side of the map going to have a very long journey over towards the Mirage.
All right, we're just doing a little shield leveling up here. As you can see, the nice 80 damage. We might actually get a knock here. Oh, the unfortunate reload with the charge rifle. You know, you get someone, you know you only need one more shot to get him knocked, but you know what? We're already close to a purple shield. Okay, 20 teams up, 58 players. These teams, Andrew, they're doing it again. They're all going to live until zone 3 and fight at the same exact time.
Seems so. I do see a little bit of a situation happening here. It does look like we've got 2 teams on top of each other here at Lava Fisher. Let's zoom into the map here for you guys, and it does look like, yeah, that's the team from Mirage à Trois. Taking some shots with the charge rifle here. Throwing the Watson Gen on the roof. And Insignius might be trying... Oh, sees the blue armor. Ooh, candy. All right, here we go. The Bloodhound all coming down. Is this an aggressive ult or a defensive ult? What are we doing here?
Oh, Watson, it's an aggressive ult. Oh. Grenades spiked on both sides, though. Do we not have a Watson pylon down?
The pylon's on the other side, so the grenades are going to be free on the one side. We are kicking the door. Probably going to take some damage on white armor, too. That is pretty risky. And I'm going to put on silhouettes for you guys so we can see through the walls. And here we go in. It does look like Insignius immediately going down as we do take shots. Smithsonian, the last one up here. The wall bounce. And Smithsonian is out.
I mean, the teams that are just not only just fighting beautifully, but fighting with style on top of that. Okay, I'm surprised we didn't have too much of poking from the team that's sitting on Mirage Voyage over here, but they're fine. They're fine. They want to hold this position, and I'm fine with that. I do see an R9 fight happening somewhere as well. Andrew, do you know where that is?
The R9 fight. I see a lot of teams close to each other, but
yeah,
I don't see really anybody committing to anything right now.
Okay. All right.
Maybe just a long-range knock.
I think we're going to notice a lot of teams trying to rotate right here where this team is. And with the Loba, I mean, that's fine. Everyone can just, you know, fight right around them, die, bring all the loot directly to them. This is a great comp to have with the Loba on the team and the Newcastle to fortify an area along with the Seer to let them know if anyone is close.
Yeah, I'm going to show you guys kind of what's going on here on the map. And look at the strategy that's happening. A lot of teams rotating in, and we might have a little situation here at Lava Siphon. 2 teams looking at each other. There's one team, but they are kind of set up inside of this command center station here, so gonna be pretty safe. Let's look around the map, though. We have so many teams rotating in from the side. A lot of teams getting close to each other, but as these teams get close, they seem to always be backing up. So some grenades are coming in. God's own 2 hands pushing up here. And we are going to be pushing this fight. CTX looking for some action. Down goes God's own 2 hands. Texans fan, the last one. No, Flares, last one on the team. Catalyst's going to probably try to back up here. And that fight did not go according to plan. And we're going to be pushing in towards the city. Down goes Flares. CTX eliminated. We're going to switch over to USU now, as they were taking shots from a distance here with the longbow, the gold longbow. We do have a team coming into zone. This could be really good for USU. 18 squads up. This could be their second team that they're gonna kill. They have 2 KP already here. Huh? Question mark. Riddler, an aggressive pillow. Nice knock there as Ginny goes down. Ginny getting caught out in rotation. Unfortunately, didn't have the grapple available, and up against a gold longbow. An aggressive pillow gonna really show off the aggressiveness here, as they do have Ginny down. The Seer going for the banner. Does grab the banner. So Ginny did get saved a bit here, as aggressive pillow is gonna push into the train station, which we do have a full chase now.
Got a bandit close by.
Riddler, aggressive pillow in hot pursuit here. Who are they chasing? It is Crimson Sea and Victor. Who could have guessed? Crimson Sea does not have any heals, apparently, running around with 1 HP.
All right, as Newcastle is absolutely running for his life right now. Victor as well. Victor down. The entire squad down and going to end up going down to the gas trap. You hate to see it, indeed. Going to take us to the other side of the map here, as we can see all of the rest of the teams. This is going to be a huge cluster of a fight. GFU as a duo, excuse me, no longer alive, getting just 2 pinched. UAF spiking some grenades down in the tunnel. I see some knocks in there as well. Are they going to push up on these? No connects with any of those grenades. They should finally be safe. It does not look like there's a team behind them. They are one of the last teams alive in this area. All right, that Nemesis doing some work to that shield. Getting the scan, no hostiles in front. 15 squads are still up.
Let's go here.
All right, we do have a little bit of a chase. No, the Catalyst has made it out. We're going to opt to rotate around. It's just zone 2. It's not too bad. Does not really hurt much at all, but we do need to rotate pretty far to get into the next zone. All right, we're going to have these 2 teams here as we have a bow check in play. Let's see. Okay, great shot. This team is in a really good spot, but they have to make sure they do not have tunnel vision. If they get focused and do not keep their head on a swivel, that is the worst thing they could possibly do here, because there could be a team that would sneak up behind them for the next zone or 2. Looking to connect a couple more of these shots here. Bow check versus a charge rifle. Charge rifle is definitely going to be the much easier weapon to use at play. Okay. See, and exactly, Wraith doing a great job here of keeping an eye behind, making sure no one's going to walk up this way. And they're going to have to continue to do that for the next zone. As you can see, people will be able to rotate around right down here. And we might actually end up having that. I'm not sure. This team is all piled up close against the rock. Yeah, this team could go either direction. Not too many lifelines in the lobby. Love to see a lifeline at play here. We're going to have a couple of those scout shots connect. Scout flatline. I love seeing what gun combos everyone's running. We have the scout flatline. That is the long range special. Complete opposite here of what the Valk is running with the PK alternator. Forcing the bubble out early, that is huge. They're going to have nowhere to play in a couple of seconds when this bubble goes down. Now, those bang bombs are going to make them back up. There is a team right around the corner. This team is just hard pinched. And this team did end up wanting to be aggressive and shooting at the other team. They did leave the other choke point there. Ended up getting the, I believe we got the lifeline down. Great bow check shots. We are witnessing a bow pro at play. Rotating up and around, and it was the Valve that got knocked, but we can see your little legs right there. Lifeline is just one more shot. Lifeline about to go down there. I'm not sure if they're hopefully drop the ult, and no, they will be eliminated. JCSU out. Okay, they're the last team here now. And we're going to have this team getting collapsed on. They are situated in this little, we call this a Dorito building. Fortifying the area with some gas, popping the gas so they can't walk up. Holding both sides here as well. And I think they're fine for right now. But they do have a team back here that has not even shown any presence yet. They are laying low, and we might wait for a count. Oh, and here we go. Shots in the back. It's going to force them inside the building and maybe even force the other team to walk up. And there's a team behind them. Oh, it is like a non-stop team after team after team. And that's what happens when you have so many teams alive in a circle that is incredibly tiny and way too small. Triple blues on HU, and I am surprised that they're still alive here. We have this team here that's just trying to lay low and kind of stay out of all the action. I'm not sure what you guys are doing up there. I would avoid everything down here as well if I could. This is some really refreshing gameplay to see. No one is taking a fight that is too risky. They know that they're going to get punished if they do. Have to keep cover because if you step outside, the chances are there's another team with a charge rifle looking at you. UND does not have much area to play off of here. There's a charge rifle behind them shooting them and a team directly in front of them, and that charge rifle griefing from Landslide is one of the most annoying things that you could possibly ever face in the game. But we're going to put up some fences, and we have to eliminate this team in front. They are safe for next zone. They are indeed safe for next zone. All right, they're walking up on them. They are right beside their trailer.
Thermite grenade here.
Okay. They're just trying to lay low. This team is trying to lay so incredibly low. All right, here's the team that was right outside shooting them. I don't know how they're going to leave that area. They did have a Valk on the squad, so here we have a Newcastle team right down there on low ground. Not the best place to play off of, but Newcastle will allow them to rotate safely, or at least fortify a different area. 13 teams remain. UAF up here on top has a gatekeep on a team right behind them, and there are fights all over the map. A little bit of action happening right down here as well. Taking a look at our winners from last game. You can see here the squad going through it a little bit. Getting the res with the Newcastle, one of the best res abilities. UNCG, winners of last game, all still alive. No kills to their name yet, but they're all still alive. All right, going back here, we do have a partial team. Last person on the squad is going to be this Bangalore here, tiptoeing around, trying to lay incredibly low. As they are getting their doors of their house blown off. And I'm surprised, but you know what? The good thing about these teams not being able to full send and take out even a solo, even though it would be a very easy fight for them to take, it's just that there's teams across the way, and they might lose someone. A lot of charge rifles in play. A lot of charge rifles in play. You can hear Digi-Optic, the best thing to have here. I see the gas ticking all of the players. Caustic gas doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and the car is going to clean up. SDSU out. UAF also eliminated at the same time. Caustic, great gameplay. The gas everywhere, the smoke, the gas, the Digi. I mean, you can't see anything. All right, they're in a good spot actually for a Caustic team. Look at this. They could just pop a couple traps right in front and hope that no one has any grenades. All right, there's a team right beside them as well. But again, with all the smoke and gas, there's really nothing that anyone can do. Like, I wouldn't want to push up on that. And now with a couple of shield swaps and the boxes that are perfectly stacked, that's like a fortified Newcastle wall that can't even ever get eliminated. A team below, a team above. 10 squads left. Zone 5, just a minute from closing. Again, you guys, I'm not surprised to see all these players playing it like this. There's $25,000 on the line. $9,000 going out to first place alone. I mean, can you imagine when you're a student? That is, anyone, that is a nice payday indeed. $3,000 per person for first place. These college students do have some expenses, and what a perfect time to go ahead and look over there with your scout. Getting the knock, another kill point. Every kill does count as an extra point for the team. All right, USU going down. USU going down. HU is in a really, really good spot, though. Teams that are up here on top that do have to fight a little bit more. TSMU. Those wingman shots are hitting. Someone in this lobby is just being an absolute demon with the wingman. Gonna rotate around to the team. All right, we have a lot of full teams still left. A couple of solos, but a lot of full teams. And we do have a late Valkyrie. This is gonna give us an idea of where everyone is on the map. I like this. They know that they are not quite safe where they are, but there is a res happening. Are we gonna look down at the res? We absolutely are not going to. We're gonna focus on the team that's in the Dorito building right in front of them. Fooled me there. I thought we were gonna look down at that res. Okay. Getting absolutely deleted. BEG having to avoid these bang bombs as much as possible, and there's just no avoiding it. Everyone is blurred, and like I said, the wingman is out and up. Watson, last one on the team. We do have a Kraber in play. One of the most fun guns to watch. I think we're just gonna avoid it here. Do we pull the Kraber out? Wow. Trying to get this bat off and hide right behind this pole as much as possible. These grenades aren't going to be quite enough, but Watson making some fences. Just trying to avoid any fights and any action since you are a solo at this point, but a team that is going to be full sending here, TU. TU, all three players alive and well. So many Watsons right here.
Death box here. Light ammo here.
All right, they're looting up, getting ready for the final fights. We are down to the final 5 teams as it's all going to drop. Zone's coming right here to this Dorito building. As you can see, 5 kills. 8 kills for this squad. All right, they do not have far to go. Not too much ammo with the car. Double flatline. And you know what? If I could hit my shots like that with the flatline too without taking an ounce of damage, maybe I would run 2 of them as well. Escape, making the portal play. Wraith was one of the legends that did just get a nice bit of a buff. That was only a fraction of how long the portal actually is, and they're keeping a close eye. They hear someone near them, and they are not wrong. There is a duo right below them there. Wow. Escape's reflexes are incredibly fast.
Might be something good this way.
Okay. Escape playing a little bit of an angle from the team. I like this. This is a smart play. Has the portal if they need to go back and help the team. And they're going in here, and that's some great damage. Still building fences. Still has that portal to give more safety if they need it. This squad is on fire. This squad has so many kills. All right, wingman shots are connecting. This is the wingman that I've been hearing in the lobby. We did just lose the Wraith, though. Dash has gotta go. Dash has gotta go. This zone's gonna hurt. And that zone's gonna finish him off. And then what a tragic ending. But here we are with the final few teams fighting. 3 squads left. Prowler, not gonna be enough. Bangalore, the last one on the team here with the RE45 in hand. Great gun, but kind of turned around there with the portal. But oh my goodness, the 118. But this game is gonna go to TSMU. Let's go. I am so impressed with the gameplay and the players and the teams and the amount of players that we have alive. Isaiah, Lindsay, Quentin. GG.
Yeah, and that'll do it for game number 2 here as TXSU getting the dub with 6 kills. But don't overlook the second place game out of there with 15 kills for TAMU. That is a massive game for Texas A&M University there in second place. And yeah, that's Texas Southern University in first place. So really nice games out of them too, getting a massive amount of kills. That'll be really good for them in the standings as well. And we're going to get the final standings up for you guys. I'll take us over to the we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the final scores in 1 moment. Back into some comms here. All right, all right, all right. Scores are looking good here. I'm gonna take us back into the scores in 1 second so we can see the overall scores after game 2. Really nice games out of Texas there as they were able to take first and second place. And let's take a look at the scores overall right now. And it does look like, yeah, UNCG, that is going to be University of North Carolina, Greensboro, still holding down first place. And it does look like TAMU pulling up into second place. That is Texas A&M University. And they have 19 kills. Both teams with 19 kills in first and second place. So really nice games out of them so far. TU in third place. That's going to be Temple University. Really well played for them so far. They've just been consistent, and they are in third place. 16 kills for them as well. So those three teams with the majority of the kills in the entire lobby right now. And as we go into game number 3, everyone's going to be looking at those three teams. They are all running a Wraith, interestingly enough. 1, 2, and 3 with Wraiths. And playing really well. Guys, we'll be getting into game number 3 just in one moment. We're going to go back to break for 1 second as we get game number 3 fired up. We're waiting on a couple players to re-log into the server. We'll be right back with you guys.
Check.
All right, we're good. We're good. All right, cool. Oh. All right, cool. We'll be getting into game number 3 right now. We have everybody locked in, and we should be back in action. I'm going to put us back on the screens here. Let's go. Game number 3 about to fire up here. Team's been playing really awesome so far. Wasn't sure what to expect here as we, haven't seen any of these players or teams before. And yeah, they're all playing pretty much by the book. Really good combinations of players with the Seer. We're seeing lots of Valks. We're seeing lots of defensive players with the Watsons and the Caustics and the Catalyst, which Catalyst has been really prolific recently in Apex Legends. And yeah, playing it by the book, and all the teams staying alive super late into the final round. So a super fun lobby to be a part of and to cast over. And yeah, we're going to be getting into game number 3 here, as it did look like the Texas teams were kind of dominating last game.
Yeah, so again, as Andrew said, sorry guys for bearing with us. We had a little bit of a technical difficulties. I actually got a brand new monitor, which just died on me. So
good times. Good times.
So I will be talking over Andrew's screen as well. We will try to swap out my monitor in between the next games, but I didn't want to keep you guys waiting too long. So we're going to go with just Andrew on this one. We'll try to talk over as much as I can and help out with the casting, but it's okay. We got this. We got this indeed. But you know what? Amazing, amazing gameplay out of all of these players. Let's move the focus back to them. And can we take a quick revisit at the scores before we go into game 3?
Sure thing. Yeah,
Right.
the top teams, like I said before, so many kills amongst the top 3 teams, really dominating the infights there and getting the majority of the kills. We're going to keep a close eye on that. That's UNC North Carolina Greensboro on top. We've got Texas A&M University in second, Temple University in third, and California State in 4th place there. 5th place is Texas Southern University. So
a lot of Texas representation in today's tournament, indeed, and plenty of opportunities for teams to still get up on the board as we have 1 game left on World's Edge. The lobby is filling up. Let's go ahead and get this going.
yeah, the players have been playing great so far. Really proud to see them. They've been studying their Apex. They've been watching the pros, obviously, and it's looking really good.
Let's land
And
here.
we are
Game
entering
number 3 of 6.
yes, game 3 and the final game on World's Edge, and we're going to have, I think, early action. My guess would be Skyhook is going to be our early action as well. Skyhook has had those 2 teams land together on the east side.
Yeah, let's take a look at the map overall here. A couple teams going Climatizer. They have been coexisting pretty nicely, though. We've seen the teams in thermal fighting, and we'll have to see. Yeah, it does look like they're going to go ahead and coexist as well over here once again. So beautiful World's Edge. This is our final game on World's Edge, and we do see the teams both landing straight ahead in thermal. So let's go back to the map and go over to thermal. No, only 1 team landed there. So the other team did go ahead, I think, and land up here in Mirage Trois. So all the teams really nicely spread out, and it does look like we have 1 team caught out here. SC, they are in last place right now, trying to figure out what to do, and they did get their landing spot taken, I think. So they're going to walk right inside here. All 3 walking inside. Whoever's inside is probably scared to death, wondering what the heck is going on. SC is a bit misplaced and out of touch with a landing area, so they're just going to stay really close together here as they have triple white armors.
I mean, safety in
probably
numbers,
freaking out.
but not as far as loot goes. You do not want to triple stack land like that on your team. It really puts you at a huge disadvantage as far as loot goes. You can see they have some slim pickings here indeed.
Yeah, so they're gonna try to rotate out here. We can look. We're gonna zoom into where they are. They are the orange team right here, and it does look like they have a team in Countdown. There already is a team in Lava Fisher, so they're gonna be in big trouble here. They're gonna try to see if they can wipe one of these teams. They might be in action.
I don't know how they're going to wipe one of these teams, honestly, without losing a player, though. Tiny Turtle, is that the name of the names, is trying to heal up right now at the moment. And run,
Oh,
but
getting
hopefully
chased.
not run into the other team. It really does make the Legends look so small when you do the third person like that.
The Ash, the Watson, and they are in big trouble here if these teams do end up chasing. But I think they're going to get a little safety here as they do back up. Smithsonian on the backside and being pushed by a Loba bracelet. Going to try to hide in a crack. Not sure if it's going to work. The lifeline is swinging around the side. Smithsonian going to go down and probably calling out for the teams. Getting finished right now as Insignius is going to try to pull up with a triple take.
And I think at this point they just want to lay low. Tiny Turtle still with no shield on their body, and you know what? So much for laying low. We're walking
But
up.
they have cells. They have shield cells. I think they might just be panicking a little bit here. This happens sometimes. I think the stress is just boiling over. Shield cells in hand, but not healing the shield. So, yeah, just catastrophic issues right here for Team
They
SC.
could be trying to lay low and maybe not make any sound at all, but I do not know.
It does sound like there's a team fight on the backside here, as we do have Ginny. Once again, we've seen Ginny going down a couple times and trying to get some wingman shots in here. Going to go ahead and back up still on the Pathfinder. Going to go ahead and reset a little bit as Victor goes down to 20 HP. This could actually be good for the team that was in shambles we were watching a second ago, because it's going to cause a little bit of commotion around the area. Crimson did have to back all the way up, getting split from the team there. So we can see Crimson all the way up to the north side here. And it does look like SC were able to get the banner, and they're going to be looking for the res, but there's a lot of action up here as all these teams are looking for fights.
All right, taking a close look at this team as they're still a duo, and they do have the beacon in hand. I do see JCSU going down in the kill feed.
Yeah. I think we're going to be able to get the res here, but man, imagine SC's going to win this game. They're going to win this game.
Imagine the big dub to pull off here. And this is unfortunate. I don't know how we don't see each other yet, but here we go. 42 damage, doing about equal damage to each other. We have to drop down here.
And Tiny Turtle wanted to make big moves there as well, but also having to drop down. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on SC. Let's look at the overall map here. We have a ton of teams coming in from the south side here. Big gatekeep here for the CTX team, but they are going to back up here as there were two teams bearing down on the choke. It does look like we're going to have multiple teams pulling up here. BEG. This is California State. Going to go ahead and potentially push into the choke here. Interesting. If we can get an update on my on my cheat sheet, a little update on my cheat sheet, por favor. All right. Landslide does have a few teams as well. Num Num, and we're gonna push up here until Landslide. Already a team in Landslide. This is a tough one to push, especially if the team in front here gets height. So let's go ahead and go forward here. This is Team HU. They are opting to stay low ground.
All right. Bombs are down. The pylon is doing everything that a Watson pylon should be doing, soaking up all of those grenades, all of the bombs. What if it could soak up the smoke as well? No visual clutter around a pylon. HU rotating around, not even taking time to heal. They just want to be off the scene. Off the scene at this point. They did drop their Seer ult back there. Bangalore does still have bombs at play if they absolutely need it. But I do see this game is playing out quite a bit more aggressive. Even at Epicenter, we have a little bit of a hunt. This is our team that has been dominating the lobby so far. Let's see, what does it look like for the team that has the most kills and the most points? And you know what? They're down as a duo. They're going to have to play on just with the Wraith and the Watson. Full team underneath. Now, those silhouettes I have turned on, the players cannot see. That's just for our viewing pleasure. It is nice and convenient to see through the walls. UNC Greensboro should be able to get their Newcastle's banner. And they're right on top of a res. Now, here's the thing. Do you think the team sits near that res and prevents them or turns back around to get an extra kill? I do not know. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they kind of just killed and moved on. They're all the way down in survey right now, where there's even another res right here. All right, going to take a look down here at the south side here. We have UO cleaning up CTX. They did just get scanned by a survey beacon, and when you see that indicator on your screen, that's something new this season. All right. right, UO gonna loot up right there as they have to move to the other side of the map. As you can see, I love that we have a rare north side end zone for this game. A team right outside their building, but this is most likely where everyone's going to want to pile on in. A lot of fights are going to be happening right here, and we do have a almost full Kraber in play.
Yeah, this is where you really want the Watson on your team. The Watson in this position in zone is such a great character. You get the pylon for shields that constantly regen. It prevents grenades from flying into your building. And yeah, if I had a teammate that wanted to run a Pathfinder or something, I'd be like, please consider running Watson, please, for this scenario.
Oh, imagine a juicy collat right there. Unfortunately, we have not been able to connect any of these shots yet with the Kraber, but I absolutely believe that the Kraber shot is just bound to happen. Here we go. They keep giving them potential for a headshot. You know, the players are so used to wanting to always constantly strafe back and forth, but sometimes when you have a gun that you need to be super precise with, like a Kraber, it is okay to stand still for a little bit just to make sure you can put that damage out. Again, of course, as long as your body's not fully exposed. We'll go back to the Kraber in just a minute, taking a look at the rest of the players on the squad. And they're in a good spot. We'll see keep an eye on the kill feed, guys, see if we see any Kraber shots happening. Skyhook's really crowded, though. Skyhook is where a lot of the action's going to be. A lot of players are already situated up here, kind of hoping that this is going to be a Skyhook end zone. Team on the donut building to the right, team straight ahead to the left, and this team is all trapped up. 16 squads are still left. You can take a look here at the teams that are dominating the game so far. We have UO with 6 kills. 3 kills across the board for everyone else, and unfortunately we have lost 4 teams so far.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Lobas here too. Loba, especially in game, is a substantial character to have on the team. You just get all the teams piling in, and you're getting ammunition resupply, you're getting heal resupply, and Loba's a really good character, especially this composition right here with Loba and Watson. I mean, what a great comp if you're running in game.
All right, grabbing all the loot from the area, and like Andrew just mentioned, you really do love a Loba endgame. Loba is such a versatile, great legend. She can make it so you can land pretty much anywhere in the map and just not have to worry about looting too much. All right, we do have a cluster up here on the north side and a white shield. Unfortunate to have that white shield still this late in the game.
Yeah, the Cossacks holding on to the ult. It does look like the white shield player is down, and here comes the Cossack ult as we do have the push coming into the building, trying to hold, could potentially even get the res while the Cossack ult is up, but we have the team swinging from the 3rd floor, looking down, and it is going to be downed underscore TTV, going to try to hold this down with the 8 going down.
I mean, that Bangalore, I mean, I think throwing a gas trap on someone should actually do some damage. Not just the gas itself, but just, you know, the boink
Clunk.
of the... Yeah, exactly.
The metal hitting you in the head.
I think so. I mean, that would hurt me. That would knock me on my feet a little bit.
15 squads up. It does look like the zone is going to be pulling right here in between Skyhook and Countdown. So, yeah, we've seen this area a lot in the pro tournaments. We're gonna have 5 teams trying to push up from the south side here to get into zone. This lower area does have some different buildings that they'll be able to potentially hide and fight in. So this could be some good fights here coming in.
All right. TU in Skyhook already. This is, again, like Andrew mentioned, where all the teams want to be, where they're rotating, where they're closing in, the final resting place. We have 15 squads, zone 3. I cannot believe the amount of teams that we have alive late game in all of these games tonight. Now, the last game I feel like played out a little bit more aggressive. This is the final game on World's Edge. We're going to move over to Storm Point. I think with the POIs being a little bit larger and more spread out in Storm Point, Andrew, I thought that I just was witnessing the super glide of a lifetime right there. I thought I was like, that is a new movement tech, a super glide on X Games mode. What did I just see?
Yeah, it was not quite that, but all the teams are trying to get into zone here. No one looking very anxious to fight. You can see a lot of spread
South.
between the two, although we do have...
This is where I think it's going to end up being.
We got the Texas team up against who else? It is IVC. This is the team with Ginny. We've seen Ginny throwing some fat grapples here with Pathfinder, so keep an eye on Ginny here. They do have to move in about 20 seconds, and they don't have a Valkyrie, so they're probably having a pretty serious conversation here about how they're going to move into zone here. All the other teams, yeah, pretty much settled in, and we do have a couple gatekeeps over here as well on the backside, so... Actually, it does look like UNCG. They're one of our top teams right now, and they are going to utilize the Wraith portal to try to get some space here as Turtle does go down.
Yeah.
Matthew Moose getting a nice new angle here for the team.
I think that they had, I believe Turtle was knocked earlier in this game here, but that is unfortunate. If you're going to keep one player on the team alive, you really want it to be that support legend. They just have such survivability, such great abilities if you can keep them alive with those banner crafting.
Jenny's thinking about making a swing here. There is the duo that we just saw underneath, and it does look like they have a res beacon potentially coming in. So with 15 seconds left, IVC is going to have to push in. This is not an area where you want to fence up because the zone is not going to be here in about 2 seconds. So time to go ahead and move again. It does look like the Moby res is coming in. They got the drop on this team. This is the time when you see a team trying to Moby res. This zone is not one that you want to be sitting in for too long. It does look like Crimson and Ginny are safe as Victor as well on the roof. And they are going to let that res go off and coexist with the team underneath them. So 15 squads all making it in. All the teams up here in the city are going to have a little bit of space.
This is definitely where our next action is going to be. Spiking a couple of thermites down there, getting some burns, but getting the ever so loved charge rifle shot from a mile away from another team. You absolutely love to see it.
Here. Holding the roof here, 15 squads. We have 60 seconds, okay, on the clock. In 60 seconds, these teams need to move about 200 yards north, which is going to be very hard to do. They're trying to make space. As we've mentioned, there's so many teams up at this point that it's going to be super hard when you're this far out of zone to make it in, especially without a Valkyrie.
Does Pathfinder have grapple up? That's exactly the next thing. Or not grapple, so zip line. Okay, Pathfinder zipline, one of the abilities that was buffed so much in Season 16. Not only can the zipline go almost quadruple the distance of what it was before, but you also move very, very fast on it. So most likely we will see a nice, large, long Pathfinder zipline to help the team rotate. A couple other fights happening at the same time, but no death at the moment, and I think we're going to see some right here as we're swinging and sending it with the Prowler. Catalyst in play here, going to just opt to take some of that damage. Getting
Noah
shot
down.
And, yeah, going down in the back.
Noah taking a bullet in the back. It does look like a team coming up behind them as well. I think that's Jenny. I think that's Jenny at the door that we're looking at through the silhouette. Doofy, last one up on the team, gonna try to pull a res potentially. Fake the res. Nice call there. Pulling off and trying to hold it down as there's gonna be 3 people swinging in as Doofy gonna have to go down here. Crimson see Ginny down. Crimson see stuck in a complete mess of traps.
No.
All right, USU.
USU rotating around. Look at this rotate, keeping the head on a swivel, and those are some perfectly placed Bangalore bombs to the right, Gibby bombs to the left. It is an explosive field, and I don't know how anyone's going to make it out alive here, but with these insane 301 gold 301 shots. Trying to stay alive, getting shot through a wall from a team across the way. It's USU aggressive Pillow, the only person on the team left alive. And just going right, left, ended up going down to the arc star to the right.
Yeah, and that's just a complete mess. As so many teams were alive there, all trying to come in from the south side as we saw on the map. Let's go back up. We have the Rat here. Actually, it's a duo. Really nice positioning from the high ground here. We're going to have some really, really nice shots here. We're going to keep an eye on them. And then we have all the teams collapsing on each other down here in the city. it's about to get really crazy as Pear, Phil Dude, and Axie in a huge fight here, trying to hold down whatever buildings remain left available in the city. But this is not going to be safe. In 30 seconds, we can see the zone's about to close, Judy.
Oh no, oh no. Okay, I mean, I would love to have a Caustic on my team right now. I think if I were to pick any of the controller type legends to have on a squad, with this zone being in Skyhook where there's so many buildings, I still think Caustic is one of the most annoying legends to fight off of. Wraith making the portal that was really smart of those teams. As soon as they heard the Wraith make the portal, they knew that team was not full in that building. They knew Wraith was busy out there doing portal things, so they stepped outside and walked down to try to take advantage of the 3v2 situation. I think it's going to pay off.
Like this building is going to be safe, just barely in zone. So they're going to get this res off as we have 3 teams on the exterior going to try to be pushing in as well. So yeah, 4 teams vying for this one building. The only building left that's actually got any real estate in zone here. Going to be fully occupied. All the teams running down. We have also 3 teams over in the market. The other sliver of a building as well. Let's watch as GFU tries to fight for their life as they're gonna have to push in a zone here, taking zone damage.
Great team fire there. GFU, all 3 players still. Nope, down to the final one here. The zone's closing in. Thankfully, no grenades have made their way in yet. They're trying though. Oh, they're burning. The little toes are on fire, and we're gonna try to get the thirst on someone before we end up going down. And we did. We did get a kill point right there. Every point matters. Every little point does help. Every kill, 1 extra point for the team. So that was really the best thing you could do when you knew death was inevitable.
University of Ottawa. University of Ottawa represent right now, as they do have a pretty decent position right outside the building. This is the only building left in zone. And with 6 squads up, we have 20 seconds before the final zone closing. There's that team up on the hill that I was mentioning earlier that's going to have a really nice free shots, at least for about 10 more seconds until they have to move as well. So it's going to be a crazy ending here, Judy.
I am so impressed with the gameplay. I will be honest with you guys. I did not know what to expect. And I bet we were going to see some of these players, some of these names competing in Pro League soon, because this gameplay is just top-notch, top-tier. And like I said, Andrew and I are not new to watching Apex tournaments. In fact, we've hosted over 200 events, and this gameplay is just so refreshing to see. So many teams alive. Again, $25,000 on the line, big catalyst wall going up, going to provide a lot of visual cover. Going to have to do a quick 180 there, hide behind a teammate, get the knock and the thirst, but they just don't have anywhere safe to play. Unfortunately, that wall just needs to have a little bit of a stronger angle, as now the catalyst uses the last one alive on the team and ended up not getting that kill, but going to go down to the players that are up on high ground, just taking shots left and right, left and right. This is Bronco Esports, I believe. Yeah, Bronco Esports looking down at them.
University of Alberta up on the hill, and they have a really good position with only 1 other squad left. This is the high ground team. Yeah, they just get a free win. Positioning wins this game for University of Alberta, and they're going to be really stoked about this. Really good game for them. They needed the points. They really did need the points there.
All right. GG, University of Alberta, like Andrew said, we'll go ahead and get some game scores up to you. I think they only had 3 points, Andrew.
Nice.
I think they only had 3 points leading up to this game, so that was a huge, huge game for them. That is exactly what they needed. You love to see it. You do indeed. That it's going to make the scores spicy across the board.
Yeah, let's look at the match summary here. They were able to clean up 10 kills there. Positioning was king as they set on the hill. All the other teams in the city were forced on top of each other in those buildings, and they just got free kills, all because of that positioning. Really smart spot for them. And, the Loba was very useful there for them at the end. You could see the Loba ult. They were just snatching ammo left and right, so they were just literally having a field day on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, look at who's it? Is it University of Ottawa down there with 9 kills, but in 5th place? I mean, they were having a heck of a game indeed. That's still going to be very good, decent points for them. So
Yeah.
I kind of want more games on World's Edge. I've never said that before because I personally prefer Storm Point over World's Edge as a competitive map. But that just looked so these games were exciting. It was refreshing to see so many teams alive, especially for a skyhook ending like that, where there's so many buildings available. There's so much space. Guys, I do want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much to TSMU. Make sure you do !TSMU. Go ahead and join the
Legends.
Discord. It is an amazing organization that TSM has put on to help students of all ages get involved in esports, whether they want to work in esports behind the scenes or compete in esports. They have a mentorship program, I know, which is going on right now, sponsored by Jersey Mike's, I believe I saw. Also want to say shout out to Logitech for putting some extra prizes on top for the top 5 teams, in addition to $25,000 sponsored by TSMU. And we're Andrew and Juka with His and Hers Live. We are honored to be your host for this evening. Thank you for bearing with us. We normally have quite a few computers situated as observers and producers at the same time. Unfortunately, I did have a complete shutdown of my PC. So we're going to continue on. Yeah. So I'm just here with audio right now watching
I
what
punched
Andrew's.
it, but it didn't fix it.
Yeah, sometimes you can just punch, computers, and that
Fix
does
it.
fix things, but not today. Not today. So, but you know what? The show must go on. We're going to go ahead and continue to watch as the players compete. I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get the scores right up to you. And Game 4 on Storm Point started in just a moment.
Cool.
Streaming or more, then you found the right place. TSMU will give you access to career panels, Q&As with industry professionals, mentorships, internship opportunities, and you get to hang out with me and more. But what about gaming? Well, best of all, we'll also be hosting some gaming events like casual tournaments, watch parties, game nights, and other festivities. And why did we come up with this idea? Well, I remember back when I first started getting into esports, I didn't even know where to begin. And so we thought, well, why don't we change that? Why don't we make it easier for everyone who's interested in the industry to have a starting point where they can learn directly from industry professionals on how they got involved in esports and what other opportunities there are. So to recap, learn, game, network, and bond, all for free. So join the TSMU Discord, and we'll see you there.
Ready?
Hey guys, Ali here. I'm a product manager at TSM, and I'm so excited to share with you our brand new collegiate program, TSMU. It's a community open to everyone, even if you're not in school.
Guys, and we're back. That was all 3 games in the books for World's Edge, my favorite map personally. And we are going to be jumping into Storm Point. But first, let's take a look at the overall scores here, as it is going to be pretty mixed up after that game. Check that out.
Okay, and we do have a new team right now on top. It is looking good indeed. Can we get some hype in chat? I know chat's going to be happy with this. I've been seeing a lot of people cheering indeed for Texas A&M. Happy to see 40 points up there with Texas A&M. In second place, we do have Temple University, not far behind them, only 2 points separating first and second. UNC Greensboro in third place, came out really strong tonight with a couple of good games, winning the very first game, having a great placement in the next one as well. And then in fourth place, we have University of Alberta. Rounding out the top 5, we do have Texas up there as well. Now, prizes go out to the top 5 teams tonight. $25,000 on the line. Top 5 teams will be in the money. So that is really what they're looking for. Top 5 is all that matters. So a couple of teams still have an opportunity, as we are only halfway done with the games.
Let's go. Yeah, so that's Texas A&M in first place. Yeah, they've been playing pretty consistently, and it shows with the 23 kills. I would say Temple University also haven't had any huge games, but yeah, these teams are just playing consistent. You can see that with their composition as well, guys. They have the Caustic, they have the Watson, and they have the Bangalore Wraith. So both first and second place teams, take note, and third place, actually. Let's go ahead and look at that too. First, second, and third have a defensive character and a rotation character using Wraith. And then they have first and second have Bangalore, which is nice for, mid-range rotating, nice cover. And in third place, instead of the Bangalore, they're using the Newcastle. So instead of having the smoke for a screen, you actually have a physical wall for a screen. So first, second, and third place, all utilizing very similar strategies with their character compositions. So that's something to take note of there. That it's just facts are facts. First, second, and third proven that that's the composition. And this type of lobby, when the zone is pulling with 15 teams alive, that's the composition you want. That Wraith coming in really good handy there too. You saw.
Okay, well, you know what? Everything you just said is no longer valid because we're going to change the maps, though. We're going over to Storm Point, where it is a very open map. The
Facts.
POIs are spread out, and you do need to have, I think, some more type of defense that has some very strong offense abilities. I think we're going to see some more Bangalores on this map. We might even see a couple Gibbies on here. Gibby, I think, still a very viable legend when we are talking about competitive Apex. So maybe we'll see a couple of Gibbies. I believe the lobby could be loading up. I know we switched everything over here for the next bit, but guys, I want to see who you're rooting for in chat. Show us some hype. Andrew and I are in charge of all the observing and production. So, if we see you guys are all rooting for a team, we'll try to show them a little bit more if we absolutely can. I want to know who your favorites are. Thank you again for tuning in with us. We're His and Hers Live, Andrew and Juka. We are a duo stream. We stream every single night on Twitch. We are honored that TSM has asked us to work with TSMU for this amazing tournament. We're getting ready to start game 4 right now. The lobby is loading up, and here we take a look at the legends in play, and I'm still seeing Seer. I think that Loba is incredibly viable on this map. I love seeing Loba.
Yeah, this map, guys, something to keep an eye on. Much bigger map, so I think we might see earlier fighting as World's Edge is a bit tighter, closer quarters. There's a little more stress there when you're taking a fight. Storm Point we're on now, a little bit bigger, a little more area to fight without getting third-partied. So we might see some earlier fights. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. See if there's any contested areas here on the map today. We will have brand new landings. Not sure what to expect here out of the teams, as they might land on each other, or they might all land safely and cooperate.
I hope we have 2 teams at Mill, though. Mill is one of my favorite spots to watch teams fight.
Mirage Voyage, definitely a very spicy loot area. It does have 2 teams right now, and they're looting up right on top of each other, and here we go. Great use out of the horizon, getting height on this lifeline. The lifeline caught out solo. Lifeline getting a knock, though, as they do go down. Fun man getting the knock. Gonna have to reload here. The EVA 8 doing some work. It's gonna be a 1v1 and the headshot.
So close. Is that a gold PK? That should not be allowed. What an incredibly strong weapon to land on early game. Andrew, if you can, they're going to loot up. Take me over. Is there... Oh, okay. We do have a couple other 50-50s happening. This...
North pad
looks good. The rest is just going to be PvE. This map is super unique in that it has a lot of PvE action. You can shoot the prowler nests. You can shoot the... spider nests, is that what we call them? I guess.
Yeah.
Get some extra loot for you and your squad, but this is going to be where some early action is. And this team is not scared of landing in a contested area, as they did it even on World's Edge, and they're doing it here on Storm Point as well. Yes, you guys in chat can do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores and the current standings.
University of Ottawa, they are fighting here. I'm going to take us into the University of Ottawa comms here and see what they have going on.
They're directly under. This is not good.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can just chill.
You're alone.
Where they have building now, I think. No.
Here. They're walking up to you.
Oh, I just missed. Sucks. There's.
Okay, yeah, I'm going down. I can't see anything.
Okay. I'm staying up here.
I cracked the seer. Jesus. My
Full
wing
flash.
is so bad.
Where are the other two?
No clue.
I think we're getting thirded.
Can we get
I'm
out
just
here?
gonna loot this back real quick.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
What's Valkyrie saying?
66. Can you move this way?
Let's check that place out.
You can
These
see
guys-
they're
these
holding
guys
their
just
high
pull up.
ground
Yeah, yeah, I
position.
wanna
They
go-
do
I
not
wanna
want
go
to
to
let
the
that go. That is
So they're not-
definitely a strong position, but they're not able to really see much of their enemies down there.
Yeah, we are gonna pull out of comms there, and it did sound like they were pretty calm over there. They were holding height. No one seemed too stressed, and it does look like that fight's gonna dissipate as. Yeah, look how large this map is. You can just see the space in between every team right now. You see some shooting, but that's just people doing PvE right now, just getting some loot on the edges, doing some IMCs. And it does look like the zone's gonna be pulling all the way up to checkpoint. Judy, what do you think about this checkpoint zone?
I like checkpoint cascade. I like this zone. Very central. I love this end zone actually, where it's pulling. I feel like we see a lot more of these central end zones on this map, more so than World's Edge. World's Edge tend to pull off down to like an obscure side, but I know it's all kind of random with how it happens, but this team's just going ahead and crafting up here. There were quite a few teams that will be wanting to rotate, but I feel like what we've been seeing tonight is a lot of teams not playing hard edge or hard zone. It's kind of been a combination of the two. So, you know, it's just teams are just kind of adapting their gameplay, adapting the legends that you're playing. As you noticed, you know, the top 3 teams in the tournament tonight have only played the same 3 legends. It'll be interesting to see the legend distribution once we see the scores after this game to see if they did vary at all. Some really good iron sight flatline shots out of the caustic here as they're going to go ahead and take this fight. Now again, only 2 teams here right now, but a lot of teams surrounding them, so this is a risky fight to take with 19 squads up, especially with the utilities like the Bangalore bombs happening that can be heard from so far away, and you can already see that they're pinging over to the side, and it sounds like they either want to just want to leave. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. That is a risky fight to take this early on with so many teams up.
Yeah, and this is the blue team here that we see sliding down the hill. You do hear gunshots, but it's a team in front doing the IMC, and everyone is kind of gearing up here for in-game. Teams in the final zone probably not interested in fighting, although we do have a Valkyrie. This could be interesting. They're looking for height. They're looking for height here. You see them pinging the top. I don't think the Valkyrie is actually going to make it up there. So once they realize it's not going to go, yeah, they're going to go ahead and pull off to the side. So
They're going to go ahead and take that gravity cannon back up.
looking for the gravity cannon, but there is a team up there, so they're about to run face to face. Either with a team here in the back where they're trying to fight, or they might take the gravity cannon up, and they're going to land right on a team if they do that.
All right, 19 squads are
Here
still
we
up.
go. All right, here we go.
19 squads are still up. The only fight that has happened so far is the one fight that we watched. I think these players are doing it again, you guys. They're going to wait till the very last game to go ahead. The last couple of zones to fight. Valk taking a bit of damage right there, but they're sneaking up. Everyone hitting the bats, hitting the cells, and they're just laying low before they want to do a little bit of somewhat of a sneak attack. But you know what? Seer in the game, it's really hard to do any type of sneak anything with Seer active.
We're going in here with the C-Sun. C-Sun is none only California State University, Northridge. Going at it here. California State
The catalyst
University,
wall is
Northridge.
down. Really can't see anything through that. This team with the visual block of the catalyst wall and the serial combined really just leaves the enemy team just blind. There's really not much they can do to hold ground here other than just try to wait it out as much as possible. And they pushed out. It looks like they completely left the building.
So they got the spot they wanted. They got the spot they were pinging. Let's take a look at the map as 18 teams do try to rotate in. We do see some shots over on the backside. Team caught right in the middle here. TU. Who do we have up on deck? Temple University. Right in a very central area, which can be decent for zone, but also can be a little scary as a lot of teams can't get around you. And it does look like they are getting some space. Let's go take a look at checkpoint. Potential fight over in checkpoint right now. TAMU. That is Texas A&M University. We've seen them getting some pretty good points so far. Our team is right above them on the roof. You can see the silhouette through the roof. I'm not sure he even knows about it. And he's going to go look over the edge. He might get shot on top of the head here. I don't think they know.
That Watson pylon that was still active inside is kind of noisy, kind of loud. So
the team did make it out over here.
Yeah, no, they're rotating out and around. 18 squads are up. We've only lost 2 teams so far. A couple of shots here connecting one of those with the 30-30. That is going to absolutely do some damage indeed. And Andrew's just keeping a close eye. And we're going to watch another Valk ult as UO, University of Ottawa, rotates around yet again, trying to find a safe spot to land on. I like this edge. We have, Andrew, do you see the cluster that we have rotating here? Yeah, we have a cluster of teams up here.
Yeah, it just looked like we're going to have a nice rotate. 18 squads up, so we are running into the same issue that we were having on World's Edge here. No teams are thinning out. We're going to have so many squads going in, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. No fights are going to be safe from third parties here in a second. Only 18 squads, you know, trying to get into one building here at the end is going to be fun. We have a couple. Look at the team. The late rotators here out of GFU. Way out of zone. They're going to try to go all the way around to the north side. So that should be an interesting rotate as we do zoom in here. Look at the teams. Looking for some action here. Is the 30-30 going to be eating it up? Juice getting some shots in. Putting some work. My gaming chair is better. Juice and Bayung. Juka, how do you like a 30-30?
I am not a 30-30 enjoyer. It's just, for me, it's the strafe speed. You move so slowly with that gun. It's just not forgiving at all. It's, you know, it's like just a riskier wingman, I think. So it is not a gun that you will often see me using in the game, but when someone's good with it, it's often used in higher level because of the ammo efficiency. So you'll notice that gun, you know, when you don't always have an area or time or space to safely loot, you can't run a flatline. You can't run, you know, necessarily a prowler. So it is a great gun ammo efficient wise, but it is just a higher risk gun indeed. All right, I think that the teams here, oh no, this is a team that is in contention to win everything tonight. Matthew Moose, the last person on the squad alive, might be able. They did, but I don't know if they're going to see him on that scan. Might be able to get the res on the Newcastle. 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
They're
does
landing
not
back.
Look. They are. Yeah, they see him. They see their. What? Were the trees possibly blocking their cover?
I think they were just, I think there's a little sketched out about the team close by as we see 18 squads up. I think that's probably another thing. They're seeing 18 squads and it just makes you a little uneasy knowing how many teams are close by. Look at the spacing. It's like perfectly spaced out here as all the teams coexisting. It's actually beautiful.
Yeah. Again, okay, so guys, we're going to rotate around and show you everything and all the action as much as we possibly can. But like I said, Andrew's also observing and casting at the same time, so we do show the map a lot. I think it's really interesting to help us all learn as players when we do go back and forth between the map to see exactly where everyone is rotating. Some tournaments will even just have a stream that's ongoing with just the map alone. I know that would be incredibly boring to watch, but that's why we try to show you a lot of the map in addition to a lot of the gameplay.
Well, there's no fighting.
Right.
There's no fighting so far,
There's just
so all
no
we're looking
fighting.
at is rotating.
18 teams, right.
Yeah, what are we going to look at? Rotating. That's pretty much the whole thing here. And it's actually really pretty here watching these teams playing at a pretty high level, able to rotate all together, taking all the space available. And we can see the zone is pulling all the way down to the south. So you might expect the zone to pull more to the north here, but it is going to go right down to the south as we do have a couple teams on top of each other.
I am really surprised. We do have someone caught off guard here. The R99 is doing the thing it is supposed to do. A ton of damage. R99, one of the weapons that got a bit of a buff. 1 damage per shot increase and has made that gun incredibly viable, as well as the new gun in the game, the Nemesis. You do love to see it. You love to hear it. The thing with the Nemesis, though, is if you miss your first couple of bursts with it and you have someone that's wiggling in front of you, it is just incredibly embarrassing when you can't quite get all of those shots. And it does look like BEG eliminated. BEG are going to end up going down there. It's
Team's
down.
getting pretty crazy here.
Does
Ooh,
take it.
Nice
Ooh,
shots.
shooting through the Newcastle. Oh, getting a player down on the squad. Gonna go ahead and finish off with the PK. One player left. Getting shot in the back too. Kind of just disoriented.
Nice clutch here.
Indeed, but IVC out as SDSU carries on, rezzing both the teammates and getting a bit of a reset. Okay, we have a Seer heirloom as well.
Nice. Big clutch there out of the solo. We have a couple teams coexisting. I think all the teams down here on the south side are really going to coexist at this point and not try to fight because they are looking for points. But all the teams on the north side, on the other hand, going to be pretty frantically trying to get in while clearing space. So we should be seeing some fights out of these northern teams. It's going to be rough here. 15 squads, and we are moving into zone. You can hear the Valkolts going off and flying in. And yeah, Storm Point really showing its colors here with the space available to move around. Storm Point, a really great map. One of our newest additions in Apex for comp maps. Look at these teams up on the north side here. It's gonna be a big problem here.
It's looking good indeed as we are taking a look right now. University of Mississippi, as they're holding down this building. They are not in the zone yet. Gonna drop. What did he just
Put on a Moby res just for maybe
just
some
a
cover.
little. Yeah, sometimes you just pop those down for a little visual cover, but unfortunately a little too late as they did lose their crypto.
University of Mississippi.
Hey, how about no more dying today?
We're gonna go into their comms, guys, right now. University of Mississippi. They're gonna be up against the wall.
It's not a great idea, but it's the only
Let's
idea.
listen in and hear what they have to say.
I got knocked again. I couldn't even get my bat off. Just run. I'm down, but I'm gonna take this. I made a horrible decision. It's my fault.
Try.
Oh, they are absolutely going through it.
And out.
All right, all
Out
right.
of commission.
A little caster curse right there. Indeed, we'll go ahead and pull out of those comms as we are now witnessing CTX with the remaining members of their team, Concordia University, Texas. Loba, Seer, last two players alive, getting the finicky Loba bracelet. You know, it is definitely in a much better position now, but sometimes you still get that no hand with the Loba bracelet. A little slow too, but a wonderful legend, especially with her now support abilities. Able to craft the banners. Loba, just a great member to have on the team. As long as she's alive, unfortunately, the Recon legend, the Seer, is the only one that is left on the squad. Teams
Big
kind of
Yankee.
rotated around, and yeah, as Andrew just said, we do have a team that is stuck here in Spider Cave. A juicy Valve tap.
301 still pretty prevalent, still pretty useful, even though it just got a recent nerf. PK is going to be coming in here with Bangalore as we do swing. Nice shots. Not only getting good damage in, but also reducing any 99. Let's go. And I think the UAF going to wrap this fight up here as they're going to clean
Okay, let's
University
go, Alaska.
of Alaska Fairbanks. Let's go.
Oh, no! They did not get
No
the cleanup.
shot, the third party.
Did not. Basically, there were no winners in that fight as both teams fighting there, putting out a great effort, are going to go down to the hands, oh no, of Temple University showing up at the right place at the right time, and now they have all of that loot next to their name, and they're going to loot up there, but they do have another team maybe rotating around here in just a moment.
Lindsay Morningstar, Quentin Plays, and Isaiah Johnson rolling around the backside. They actually have a nice little nook here, and they are safe for next zone. So we can see there is a duo coming in from out of zone here that they're going to be looking at. Let's see how they manage this.
All right,
The
all right.
duo.
They are in low ground. They want to take that Seer ult out a little bit. That was not their ult, as they don't even have a Seer on the squad. The terrain on this map is insane. Pretty much the entire map of Storm Point from north to south is just a complete steep downhill with a lot of areas like this, which can be a little disorienting to fight on sometimes, but provides a lot of ability to just outplay people or just lay low, even when it doesn't seem like you have cover, just because of the terrain, the steepness. you can still be out of your enemy's line of sight.
They were just dancing in a thermite there. I think they are going to
Yeah.
be able to recover. And let's take a look. Oh, it does look Temple University coming into bully.
Yes.
Temple University on an absolute tear right now with the G7 is booka book. And I think
I
they're
thought you were
looking
making a sound. I didn't know that was a person's name.
booka book up here with the G7. Guys, recognize the name. Write that name down. You're going to see it for sure in the newspaper here pretty soon.
Newspaper, Andrew.
The Wall Street Journal. I'm sure everybody still subscribes to that.
Okay,
Booka
okay.
book pushing up.
As we're walking up here, the Scout, one of those guns that you kind of have to time just right to get those shots. But again, a lot of digis in play, and GFU go down. Temple University is still
off.
walking up here. Are we going to go listen into them?
We're going to listen to Temple University because they can't be stopped.
Watch
They
this
are
team.
on an
Our
absolute
number one threats team
tear.
on the right, okay? Team on the right.
I'm dropping ulti here.
Yep.
Ulti down.
I'm watching your back still,
Can we
okay?
look at this? Can we look at this?
No, we need to hold our backs. Like we have height. I'm watching this hole right here.
Yep. I'm gonna watch down here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to go loot real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna move to you.
Just need the energy ammo.
These guys are gonna try and wrap our
I
bag.
hear
Alright, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
This team that res is gonna try and wrap our bag.
Okay. Can you
I'm just
pressure
gonna keep
them?
them on low ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
do
of
that.
fighting here. Free.
That's gotta be you. I gotta anchor this.
Yep.
Yep.
We
I'm
can
watching.
peek this later, Luca. We can peek that later. I'm watching.
yeah.
They don't wrap.
Really good on me. We have like God spot here.
Keep fencing. Keep fencing everything.
A little bit. Yeah, I am. They got a Moby here, or is that one of you guys?
That's me. That's me.
Okay, cool.
All right, our back is fine.
You guys aren't here? I don't know.
Oh, look
Look
at
here, Luca.
these
Free,
guys
free,
are,
free.
These guys are
Coming.
sounds great.
knock. Can you guys just peek
Free
this
shots.
with me?
I'm finished.
No, I think we wait. There's still so many teams up.
We have
Yes, I have plenty.
I almost have an angle here. If
I
anyone
actually
has
don't have a lot, but it's fine. We have mega god spot. Like, hold this.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
on my red ping right here? There's a guy.
we hold this forever.
They might be able to clean this entire thing up. As you
Blue
just
armor's
hear,
back
they
there.
said here we have a mega god spot. They really do indeed.
Drop the bat. That's the only bat I have.
Here. I dropped
comp.
2 bats for you guys. Right
All
here.
right, I'm picking up the bat.
One of the best spots of where the zone is pulling to, and we do see
downhill. Here.
teams up, and they just need to be able to.
I'm
pick
watching
off
our
a
left
couple of
side while
these
you guys do
kills.
that, okay?
The placement points are there. USU out.
Okay.
Number one threat is the team all the way shoved in the corner.
Looking. They're looking.
I'm coming back. Play around your gen. You should be okay.
Back.
Play safe, Luca. Play safe.
Popping cells.
Yep.
I love how you can
Okay,
definitely
back
tell by
here.
listening into
Yeah,
this
if you want
team
to.
of who is leading the
2/3 to
squad.
hold.
Just making a couple
They're
of the
still back
final
here. Any
decisions and
nades?
call outs, telling the
Nope.
teammates to
Oh, God,
play it
team's
safe
still
and
here.
what we're going to do and how
Like,
we're
it
in the
literally
best
ends
spot.
inside of us.
That is exactly
have
what
a
the
ulti
IGL
spot.
on the squad should be doing.
I'm at.
Pop it
I'm
then.
at 80.
Pop
I'm
it.
at 80. Yeah, you pop it.
Temple University
I don't know if
sounding
it'll
I'm
like
at 7%.
a professional
Okay.
team.
I'm healing.
Taking some wingman
watching.
shots there.
Behind.
Gonna have to back up
They
and
wrap
heal.
zone. Nice.
Ooh,
You're healthy
Great
now?
job
I'm watching.
clearing out a solo.
Under me now.
Walking up here.
It's about to get sweaty here. Full
University
free stack
Ottawa
underneath their
out.
building.
We're good.
Underneath
Chill.
their rock here.
Yeah,
They're
guys,
all
you see
gonna
that on the
fight.
top right,
Down.
3 and 9.
It's
Every team
free.
is full.
Money behind them that they didn't see though.
On the care package right now. Here.
Right below us. Literally right below us.
I think it might
Fuck,
be
I
monkey
dropped
time.
accidentally.
Are you good?
I'm hitting a bat.
Box one.
I'm hitting a bat and I'm wide swing right.
Get him! Go!
Where are
Wait,
they?
there's one more up. Two more up!
Bro, what the
They're having too
One
much
more, one more.
fun.
Well done. I got
Oh my
so
god.
many kills that game.
Ethan, you
Can
weed
we
too
get
fast.
some wee in the chat for
Nice.
Temple University, please? Winning that game. GG Temple University taking the dub of game 4 in the first game on Storm Point. Wee! They are dialed in. They are ready to go. GG to Temple. Okay, you guys can do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores. But hi, welcome back. We are
15 kills for them.
I know, what a big game, and they called it, Andrew. So again, guys, we're gonna try to not watch one team for too long. But when we see a team that has momentum that we're listening to, that just seems like it's gonna be a cleanup for them, we just gotta give them the spotlight. Have to show it to them. Again, I have my eye on chat though. So Andrew and I are not only casting today's tournament, we are also producing it as well as observing at the same time. So you guys let us know who you want to see. We will try to show you. Now, if there's a team that's not fighting or not in any action, we're not going to show them. We're not going to show you guys a team that's just sitting somewhere, but we're going to try our very best to show you all of the action as much as possible. Thank you for being here. It's really nice to meet you all, but let's take a look at that game 4 scores if you have them up on your screen. Temple University on top with 15 points. 15 points right there. And in second,
15 kills.
Oh, yeah, 15 kills. You're right. You were
Yeah.
so right. 15 kills, and that is the team that we were listening to now. Howard University in second place. They were only able to snag 1 kill, so good placement out of Howard. Really good placement out of Howard. Not the kills that they wanted there, though. Indeed, only just snagging 1 kill.
University of Alberta with the 10 kills in third place. Very sturdy on the kills for them. UO, that is University of Ottawa, and USU, Utah State. There they are with the 4 kills in 5th place. Guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as we get all the scores wrapped up and let the players take a quick break here. We'll be back in just one moment with game number 5, second game on Storm Point.
Hello and welcome back. If you're just tuning in, hi, we're His and Hers Live. We're your casters for this evening. We have finished 4 amazing games. We're getting ready to start game 5. 2 games left in today's tournament, $25,000. Huge thank you to TSMU for putting this amazing thing on. You can go ahead and do exclamation point TSMU in chat and join their Discord. It is open to students of any and all ages that are interested in working in the esports industry. TSMU, you guys are the absolute heroes and best for putting this on. $25,000 going out to the top 5 teams tonight, as well as some pretty cool prizes.
Yeah, guys, we do have the total scores right now after 4 games. We've got our 3 games on World's Edge and 1 game on Storm Point. This is what it looks like right now, as it does like Temple University absolutely dominating last game, and they are going to be holding down first place by quite a margin there, over 20 points. Into second place, we have TMAU. That's Texas A&M University right there with 43 points, and close behind University of Alberta in 3rd place. And so we have a really nice scrap here for the top 3. Temple, though.
Temple has just a bit of a lead. They're going to be hard to catch. They are going to be hard to catch. If they're going to have to get knocked early game if any of these other teams want to take 1st place. But that's 65 points. That is a nice cushion. That is quite a lead over 2nd place in the rest of the lobby.
Yeah, they've just really hit their stride after that game. You could just see the confidence overflowing there as they had the perfect positioning. They got the perfect composition with Watson there, and it was too clean for them. And I feel like they might just have too much confidence at this point.
Okay, in game 5, let's take a look at the map and we can see where everyone is landing. Now, we have had 2 teams landing at North Pad. It looks like it's only 1 team at North Pad this time, though. I love that. I like to see a different drop spot when we have a team that, you know, landed there early on top of each other, not really have a space or, you know, just not the best landing, but Temple University going to be hard to beat. TU on top with 65 points. You guys in chat can do exclamation point now if you want to see the current scores.
Does look like these guys are just going to go ahead and loot up here. We had the Fish Farms fight where they landed right on top of each other, and it seems like they're going to be into the same type of landing here as, yeah, these guys are going in. This is one of our top teams, University of Alberta, and they are interested in a fight here. Let's see what's, yeah, they're definitely going to commit to this. See if I have their comms, because this team is actually pretty solid as well.
Okay, going in with the R99, and that is doing some work. Lifeline, the only one left on the team, having to pull out the Mozambique. Not the weapon that you want here, but it does hit pretty solid. And, wait, what? That looked so...
1 HP.
1 HP?
1 HP. So, University of Alberta in our top 3 right now, and they are going to go out right away. So that'll give some of the other teams a chance to get up in the points there.
Oh my goodness, what a close fight. And what a fast fight too. 1 HP, grabbing a quick shield swap that was already swapped. But that flashing red is just giving me anxiety.
Go with the get the festive Pathfinder here. This is Ginny.
Is that Santa Path?
It is. We've seen Ginny all over the place right now. Still on Pathfinder with the heirloom and the saucy skin. We like to see that. And the zone is going to pull over towards checkpoint again. So could be a very similar zone to what we had last game.
Yeah, I think Stormcatcher is going to be our next fight here. UAF going in. Bloodhound ult. Mozambique and a scout. Again, not the weapons that you're with the 2X.
15.
I know. Well, you know, at least decent optics, but on the Bloodhound ult. Bloodhound ult did get a bit of a rework at the beginning of this season. The scans are not as often as you can. Now there is the ability to scan that White Raven every once in a while. Still repeaking. You know, we are just fighting. We are absolutely fighting here. Kind of hard to see what's going on, but getting the knock with the wingman. Also going to go down right after that. We have R99 Havoc in play here, shooting the knockdown shield, trying to possibly get a thirst as the Bangalore and Bloodhound. A great combo. Bang Blood, smoke scans, trying to clean up and clear up. Is this a third party?
No, it's just, we have a 2v2 right now.
Okay.
Both teams getting the thirst, so it's no res on the field right now, and UAF gonna try to get a bit of a chase here potentially. They
have banner already. They have banner, so they can be aggressive here and just try. It'd be nice if they could just loot up and res right here at Stormcatcher.
I think they're gonna do that. Both teams gonna go ahead and fully back up. There was a third team in the mix too. Yeah, I think you were right.
I thought I saw more footsteps for a bit, but they're pretty far away.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie's off the scene, like literally off.
I don't
a nice
blame
little
him.
Nook. Gonna go ahead and park it there.
All right, that is Howard University again. They were second place last game. We have 2 teams. Is that 2 teams in the IMC, or was I tripping?
It was just one.
Okay.
Coexisting in the IMC.
All right, we respect the rat. We respect the rat here. You know what? Let the rat live. When we say, you know, sometimes you have to hide in Apex when your squad is all dead. Respect the rat. There's no delay on this tournament whatsoever, so we do not want to show the rat Now, going back over to the rest of the map, we do have maybe a sneak attack. I see a seer, so again, no sneak attacks with seers in play. Dropping the pylon, getting some damage there from the fence. They just kind of walk through it, but immediately going down. That R99 hits hard.
Oh, Tiny Turtle gets shot in the back. Not able to get the ash ult off, unfortunately. As Smithsonian going to also go down here. So SC, that is...
Evans College. They really needed
Evans
some big
College.
points there. They were sitting down at the bottom of the leaderboard, going out again as well. They have one more opportunity to get a big game. Probably not enough to get top 5 any way, shape, or form, but enough to at least try to move up the leaderboard some.
Yeah, SDSU, they just got out of the IMC, so they should be ready to roll here. This is San Diego State University. They should be fully looted. They have their ults up. They have the full kits ready, and they are going to be pushing in this building.
Now, this is the team that I told you was in Discord really late last night. Again, I don't know if that late practice was good or bad. I would imagine, even though they didn't get as much sleep, that was some good practice for them.
San Diego State, let's go into comms here and listen to what they're doing.
Let's listen into this team.
We have to help. We have to help.
They're all second.
Okay, play this then. We need. Okay, I don't fucking like this. Can we back the fuck up?
Yeah, back up, back up.
I'm
back up,
ulting.
back up.
Ulting at this door. Right on you.
See.
Just back up. Play this building. Back up. Back up. What's your health?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Because I saw another team fly in.
Yeah. I know.
We're going to pull out of those comms here. They might just go ahead and fully back up. And yeah, they were pretty eager to push that until they realized they were up against a pretty good defensive team there.
Yeah, there's some teams, some team comps you just do not want to fight against, and I do feel like that is one of them. Indeed. Again, we'll notice that a lot of these, with the different comps, running the different classes, you'll find yourself hoarding ammo so much more than you used to. I know that since I've been playing Bangalore a bit, I somehow look down at my bag and I'm like, how on earth do I have 300, 400, 500 plus ammo? But
yeah.
it's an extra perk. You know, you can stack an extra slot of bullets and without even really noticing the extra bit, you know, it's easy to have 575 bullets. But you know what? We're dealing with a double light situation. So I respect the 575
out of the other
and the
player,
430. Too. The light ammo between
over
this
1,000
team.
bullets these guys have. We could go weeks of fighting.
Oh, where's more ammo? More ammo. More light ammo. More.
650. 650 plus 575. These guys.
They are ready for war.
650. Okay.
We're dealing with the full prepper situation. Bullets for days.
Wow. Well, looks like the zone is going to be pulling up to the checkpoint. It's going to be a little different zone than the last game, which should be fun. And yeah, look how well spread out everybody is.
Oh, to the right, to the right. Down. I think Pinky's about to get found
Pinky.
out.
Pinky!
Run, Pinky! The last teammate, I believe, for
Oh.
Howard University on the final moments of Pinky's life. Gone too soon.
Look at the vultures coming in.
So all 3 players of UAF are going to clean up Pinky.
We're going to zoom out of that. And all the teams you can see slowly pushing towards checkpoint here. And 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the zone. Could be pretty interesting here. 17 squads up. Just more of the same today with so many teams alive. And we do potentially have a push here. We're going to go into CTX. Going down here, holding the building. This was the fight we were watching earlier from the other perspective.
All right, this is Concordia University. Again, so many catalysts in the building. Really refreshing to see a different defense legend. Not able to get the lob attack out. Not able to even walk out that door either, it looked like, as it was blocked. Although if it was your own catalyst teammate with the door fortified, you can go right through it. I have hesitated
right there.
with it, though. I have hesitated playing with the catalyst, not realizing that you can just walk through it, even once your catalyst gets knocked.
This is going to be a pretty nice position here. Utilizing the Watson to go ahead and hold down this building. You can see they're in the next zone as well. So going to be very happy as we do have a new team on the outside. Lindsay Morningstar, Quentin, and Isaiah have some interesting decisions here. Do we push the building or do we try to get deeper into zone?
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, this is Texas Southern State University walking up here. No kills to their name on this game so far, but you can go ahead and do exclamation point now in chat if you want to see the current standings and scores overall. We're down to the final 2 games. This is the second to last game here and the last chance for these teams to really try to get top 5. $25,000 on the line, 9K alone going up to first place. We'll have to do a quick check-in with Temple.
Oh, that's a seer.
That is
Seer, not when you want to see him. They do have the Watson Gen, which is absorbing the Gibby ult that's coming in right now, but they are well surrounded, and they're getting pushed. Lindsay down, Isaiah down, Quentin the last one up. This is going to be a full wipe as TXSU eliminated at the hands of BEG.
That is Bronco Esports. Now, that really is going to hurt Texas's ability there to try to get in the money for this tournament, but they do have 1 game and 1 chance left as they're sitting with 26 points, and I don't know how many points they were able to get before they ended up going down there.
Can we make it to the card? We don't have an ult.
San Diego State University
split.
walking up here. Yeah, they are super split here. I don't... Why are they so split?
Just, you know, shambles happens. Shambles happens. Team in the zone. They're just gonna heal up, guys. It's only round 2. Round 2 we can heal. So we're good there. We're good there. We're gonna look back at the rest of the map. And everyone else pretty well split up. No drama in the foreseeable near future. But yeah, we have a gatekeep here. So they're not happy about this situation. See what they do here.
San Diego State, this is the team that was practicing late last night. I saw them in the Discord for the tournament. I mean, they could have just been chatting, but I assumed that they were practicing. Shooting at a team in zone, not able to connect to any of those shots there. No kills yet for the squad, and they're just a duo. Their Bangalore, unfortunately, was timed out. Can't grab the banner. And the Valcolt. The Valcolt is going to... Sometimes it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to shoot them once they get past a certain point, but you know what? We're showing some great aim as they were able to get some shots on the team. But again, I don't know if you want to take the full team on since you are a partial squad.
Yeah, so this is their
cluster
situation.
At checkpoint. A chase at checkpoint. Take me to this action as this is our team that is in first place by a bit of a mile. 65 points, Temple University. What does it look like?
Oh. Dang, good shots here out of the G7. They are going to push this. The Newcastle Rez is coming in hot. Re-knocked.
Big points for the team that already doesn't even need any points, but they're going for it. And Newcastle leaping to ult, pretty much as far as his ult could take him. Great turning with that as well.
Yeah, Temple going to pursue this for sure. They have a 3v2. It seems like they might... No. We're going to go ahead and go to zone.
Okay,
Using
you guys...
brains here.
Yeah? No, we're not quite sure if we want to leave yet. Oh, I think they are. I think they're going to take the zip across.
Let's go. And the other team is going to back up right into another team.
You sound so happy about that.
Another team here. And this is UND. This is University of North Dakota.
Yes. Oh, no.
The duo, not the duo.
They were sitting in the spider cave, got the knock and the thirst on one, and it looks like the other player was able to just kind of squeeze out there and have to carry on by themselves right now.
You can see, though, Temple interested in this fighting. They heard some shots. Temple is going to pull up and potentially dominate the situation. Yeah, let's see what Temple does here. They do have the high ground. They have the G7.
All right, Temple University, the team in first place. They have 65 points. They cannot be stopped all day long. Not too many kills this game. I believe they only have 1, but you know what? This is a team that is looking to get all of their kills as a little bit more of the lobby thins out. You know, 12 squads alive. This is actually one of the fewest amount of teams we've had alive this late in the game.
Headshot. All right, we got Dash. Dash with some really good angles here. Sliding in. This is going to be a little bit of an awkward situation. Gonna pull out the G7 probably and shoot these people off their lawn.
You know
so I think
what I notice about this team is they do not overextend. As you can see, they got absolutely pinched and are going down. JCSU getting knocked in the kill feed. Bangalore just barely able to make it away. Thank goodness for that double time passive.
Yeah, Buka immediately thinking defensively, throwing some defensive walls in the back in case there's a team trying to pull up. And yeah, I think they're going to opt to go around the other way and get into zone because, well, Escape has a nice angle here. We have multiple knocks and a Kraber. 210 headshot on Peach.
Okay, Peach is down, and oh, just barely skimming the top of the head right there of the Loba. Going to go ahead and hit the bat before we repeat with the Kraber, but one of the juiciest guns, one of the most fun guns to play in the game. And again, this team just showing really good teamwork as they're rotating around rather than I would want to continue on with that. GFU? Where is GFU, Andrew? Georgia Fox University.
I don't know, but we have a situation here. As Temple does have a gatekeep now as they're trying to get into zone. Our first place team. They're gonna have to push their way through. They are up against USU. You're on Utah State. Oh, Kraber doing the work. Aggressive pillow, overstepping. Should have been a little more passive there. And it's going to be and Riddler trying to hold it down. Is the Bangalore ult coming down? Potentially walking inside, punching.
No!
Riddler.
The
down.
unfortunate punch when the gun is not pulled out. You know it happens all too often. Huh? The only person left on Utah State University trying to scroll down. Has the red eyes and is absolutely being chased. Teams on both sides, though, you don't really want to slide down too far because there are teams all over the place.
Oh boy,
here.
there's a team inside.
And you are now in a seer ult, so everyone knows where you are, and Utah State University are 100% big dead right there.
Let's go over to Temple, though. I would like to see how they do navigate their way in here. This is our first place team, and they are going to utilize the Wraith Portal. A nice little rotate for free inside. You'd love to see it. That's actually the best case scenario there for them. Does look like Dash going down pretty low, but able to get the bat off. So they do make it all in. Great positioning here. Let's look at the overall map. We got 6 squads up, and we have the 1 rat, and then the rest of the teams are pretty sturdy here. So what do we have?
Hey. Bronco Esports. Bronco Esports. Holding the backside of zone. They do have to move up a little bit. They know that there's a team somewhere in that tunnel. There was just fights right down there. This is a really cool zone with all the little tunnels of where you can play. I love the layout and design of them, but there's Sears going down. Bangalore with the good moves. Just the 2 players on Bronco Esports left alive. There's Sears trying to back up. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the res off. Plenty of time before the zone closes, though, so they can continue to crawl. And the fences are providing not only a good barrier, but also the visual block as well. It is really hard to see getting behind the rock, and they're going to try to do a little reset. Carry on, keep their eye on the team right there on the side that also wants to look at them. And we're down to the final 6 squads. Final 6 squads. You can do exclamation point now if you want to see where they are with standings. But Bronco only has 22 points. If they have a big game here, this could be a top 5 finish for them and put them into the money. These next couple of moments for BEG are going to be huge and will determine if they get paid out.
Bronco Esports. Can they pull it off? Are they in? Bronco Esports. I'm gonna check out the Bronco Esports right now.
Oh, I got hit. Fuck.
On the right.
No.
Drop back and heal.
I'm healing.
Heal.
Heal. Protect me. Try to drop my ult.
Hurting.
Wait, lace the team in front of us. We have to lace the team in front of us.
No, bro.
I got Q.
Up and ult. I'm here.
I'm safe on me.
I'm good here.
I'm coming. I'm playing Aqua.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting shot on the side. Oh my god.
I don't have ult. 87.
I got fucking Phoenix.
They're in front of us.
No, bro.
Great shield.
Good,
I can't see. Fuck. I can't see.
good try. Someone didn't
we were
read
out.
the Discord, so. All right. So that was Bronco Esports eliminated. Going back to the team that's in first place, Temple University, just dominating tonight's games, just showing that they are just a step above the rest so far. They're going to be so hard to stop. Quite a few kills next to their name as there are 3 teams left. Andrew, who are the other teams that are alive?
Oh, we have a couple teams left here. Let's look at the overall teams.
Okay, here you guys
Let's
go.
see. The team on the rock is Temple. One team on the far side. Let's see. Let's go visit with each team. This is UO.
University of Ottawa. University of Ottawa sitting kind of middle of the pack.
Hallway. Oh, the grenades coming in hot here. C-Sun.
All right, in California State University, North Ridge. Okay, these other 2 teams, Andrew, do need big games. C-Sun only with 11 points. They need a big game here if they want. They need 2 big games, honestly, back to back.
California State Uni.
They need 2 big games back to back. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull off a top 5 finish, but if they have a huge game here, and it looks like they already have quite a few kills next to their name, they are trying to make some magic happen. C-Sun just trying to play really low as the rest of the players are kind of clustered together, but Temple University just on height.
We're going to go into comms with C-Sun real quick.
All right, let's go ahead and listen.
Come on, C-Sun, you got this.
I'm behind this rock. He's just getting it. I hit him for 140. This is my last bet.
Okay, cool.
I got some. Thank you.
I need a bat. Okay, perfect.
Reload your guns.
Are they trying? I think they're trying to W kill. Watch the left side right here on the trench.
Are they both under?
Pop in the bat. I threw my ult. Chill. 3 squads. Chill. Right here.
Oh.
Behind you. Player live. Heal up.
Use my shield.
Oh, good try, guys.
Fucking kids fucking...
UO, last one in the positioning. Great job. I think UO was able to take that. UO in the house.
Oh, what
Let's
a
go,
game.
man.
What a cleanup. And they needed that. 25 points, Andrew. You love to see it. I mean, Temple University, guys, we know Temple University is strong. They've been playing well all day long. 5 games in a row they've been playing so strong. But it is good to see another team getting in the mix and getting the dub right there. Well done. My gaming chair is just better. Bayung and Juice. This is your game. Big points out of them.
Look at the match summary really quick. Yeah, UO 12 kills. So they should be way up in the top 5 potentially after this. They needed this game. And yes, C-Sun, the team we were watching, just couldn't quite get the other 2 teams to fight as they did end up getting 3rd place. Temple in 2nd place with 8 kills. So Temple's going to be taking even more of a lead there. Temple's looking like they're going to get first place today.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, guys, we are going to go ahead and just regroup. And what a good game. We have some fun stats we're going to show you. We're going to take a look at overall kill leaders and maybe even, can we get damage leader as well?
Sure.
Before we go into the last game. We might need to take a quick break. I think we're going to do that just so you guys don't get hit with ads in between. We're trying to put all the ads in the middle of the games because I don't want you to miss any of the action. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick ad break so you won't have any interruption. And then we're going to get some really fun stats up to you guys in just a moment. We will be right back.
I'm ready to go.
All right. Hello and welcome back. We are getting ready
Final game.
to
Final game.
start the final game. Now, one thing I haven't told you guys about is that there is an extra prize for the kill leader. Whoever has the most kills on the day gets an extra $1,000. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at which players are in contention to possibly take home that extra stack of cash.
Look at some stats right now. First, we're going to look at the overall scores here for you guys.
Temple University in first place with 82 points. Texas A&M with 50. I mean, Temple's just, I don't think they can be beat. I don't think anything can be done. They have asserted their dominance. They are up there. University of Ottawa. So many teams that are really fighting for second through fifth at this point. This is where the action is going to be. It is pretty much a shoo-in at Temple University. Now, anything can happen. I mean, I have seen a 30-point game before. But let's take a look at the kills. Who is fighting for that extra $1,000? This is a look at the current kill leaders as they stand right now. IB-777. 23 kills.
IB Dash looking to make an extra $1,000 today. If they could just hold it down, I don't know. I mean, I think they might already have it in the books, unless Escape can have a massive game. Escape needs at least 5 kills next game to even come close. So
one thing to note too is, I mean, true to their main, IB Dash sticking to Bangalore all throughout the tournament, only playing Bangalore as their legend for the first 5 games. Same with Escape, same with Fiddle. So, you know, same legend out of the top 4 kill leaders. So maybe it really does make you want to stay on one legend. That's just, you know, for the heck of it. Let's look at the damage stats and Escape up there with the 10K damage after 5 games. How on earth? Excuse me?
big damage. Probably using some long range guns. I'm thinking maybe charge rifle snipers or something like that. Or the Nemesis. I mean, the Nemesis is all around really good. We gotta have to keep close on Escape. That is some pretty crazy damage there, considering, I mean, look down. Most people only have like 4K, 3K, 2K. So 10K.
And 10K. That's a lot of damage.
Kind of nuts.
Escape, are you using a charge rifle?
That's pretty wild. Anything else here? Yeah, we've got...
Escape does not use the charge rifle, I'm being told.
Sheesh.
Okay. Maybe. All right. Verdict's still out. We don't know yet.
Getting into game number 6, the final game of the day. Just one moment as the players are logging back in. One last game on Storm Point.
One last game in the TSMU
First one.
Apex Legends $25,000 tournament.
Yeah.
If in case we forget to say this, I just want to say thank you, TSM, for asking us to be involved with these events. These have been so fun. Andrew and I have been honored to be working alongside TSM for a couple of we did their Winter Express event. They put on some great tournaments for the Apex community, a game that we all know and love so much, but one game left. You guys in chat, again, this is open to any and all students of any ages that want to get involved in esports. Make sure you join the TSMU Discord by doing !TSMU in chat. Thank you, Logitech, for putting out some nice prizes as well to the top 5 teams, and TSMU for putting out these insane prizes to the players. I mean, as a college student, Andrew, if you won $3,000 in a tournament, what are you spending that money on? I know your answer, actually.
Remote control monster truck. Remote control monster truck with gas shocks, and it would be it would have like it would be awesome. It'd be amazing. Monster truck is what I always wanted in college. You know, it'd be just amazing. I don't know. What about you?
Okay, never mind. That is not at all. I thought you were gonna say a PC, a gaming PC. I thought that's where we were gonna go with that, you know, but that took a complete direction. I mean, I didn't even play video games in college, so I don't know what I would have used the money on. I probably would have saved it. Knowing me, maybe a little shopping spree, a little saving right there, but now I would absolutely, without a doubt, use it on a new monitor. So
yes, that would be very helpful today.
A new monitor is something that I need today, indeed. So
let's get into game number 6, Storm Point. All the marbles All the sweat, all the tears, all the practice coming down to this final game. Temple been showing up strong today. Let's see what legends we get. Do we have any crazy team comps for the final game here? As some of the teams down in the lower brackets might be getting a little wild hair. Maybe pull out a Mirage Revenant, something like that. Nope. Back to the basics, and we do have your typical Valk defensive legends, some Seers and Bloodhounds mixed in there. So it's going to be another sweaty game 6 on Storm Point.
Hey, the final game. Right now, it is pretty much, as we said, a shoo-in for Temple University with 82 points. Texas A&M with 50. They need to earn it if they want to keep that second place. Players dropping in the map. Game 6 of 6. I want to know in chat who you're rooting for.
Fish Farms fight. Round 3.
Let's go.
Here they go. They're eyeing each other. They see each other in the air. And we're doing it again. We're doing it again.
Okay. Fish Farms has been some early action for us. It's been fun to watch. Northpad did have 2 teams landing there. I am surprised that Mill is not being contested. Mill is normally a spot that has 2 teams because the loot there is just so good. IWU on height. They had a gold PK last time. They'll have to settle for a stock PK this round.
Ooh. The opposing team has dropped to low ground. Great shots out of the G7. Not quite getting the knock, as both teams are going to back fully up here. It did look like the Northpad fight did go down and HU eliminated. So both teams fighting at the exact same time here. And yeah, I don't think any other teams. We do have the Mill fight, like you mentioned, Juka. Mill fight in the books here. C-Sun.
Good. This is what I want to see. This is exactly what we want. Mill is a great POI and should have 2 teams.
Down goes Insignius.
California State University, Northridge. All 3 players still alive with 2 with a purple shield. We have a couple. Again, guys, we're going to probably see some more aggressive fights in this final game, as we have some teams that are just, you know, it's their last effort. They might not have a chance of winning any money unless they play big. So we might see some teams play really risky here. Thunderwatch as well.
The Rat. Thunderwatch Rat is in position. We do have a couple teams running into each other here at Down Beast. It is SC. Nice shots out of the Devo. Getting that purple armor is super low, as Tiny Turtle needs to head for the hills here.
Yeah.
Smithsonian trying to do as much as possible, hitting the grapple, but running into another team at the mill. So SC going to be in a big trouble
Yeah,
here.
Stevens College, they needed some big points. They're sitting right now with only 1 point to their name, so this is going to be tough. A tough game for them. They're just kind of pinched. I'm not sure if they were just getting, you know, not a good POI for the loot early on. It could be something like that. But
We'll be looking at Fish Farms here in a second.
with just a little bit of health, going to try to loot up before hitting that Pathfinder zip line.
Yeah, so SC going to be in a big trouble there. We're going to go over to Fish Farms. I think this fight might finally be happening here. Let's look overall at the map. No, Fish Farms team did go ahead and leave. It took the Valk, and they are off the scene. So Fish Farms fight also not happening at the moment. All right. Well, we do have 19 squads up. What kind of zone pull are we having? Let's look at the zone. It is pulling central
nice
here.
Central. I love that. Okay, a lot of central zones on Storm Point.
Very nice. Look at all the teams on the edge. So many teams on the very outer edge here.
And then Thunderwatch, Andrew. Thunderwatch has my eye because there are 3 teams stacked on top of each other with the 4th team just in Lightning Rod. So Thunderwatch could have the next fight, maybe the next action, or it could be back over near Down Beast area where we already were.
The Down Beasts definitely have too many teams to coexist here. It does look like UM
University of Mississippi walking up, maybe doing a little bit of cleanup. University of Mississippi currently sitting, let me see, where are they with the scores? They are in 19th place with 7 points. So any potential for in the money is most likely out for this tournament. So we're going to watch them as they rotate up and around and try to have an insane banger of a game. I mean, a 30-point game is possible. Highly unlikely, but I'll see. A team in the IMC trying to get some good loot. And look at that. Like, everyone's just on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
This game, everyone is kind of on the edge. We're trying to see where the next fight could be, but it could be over here with Aggressive Pillow.
Yeah, there's a team trying to get to the IMC. Aggressive Pillow, thinking about maybe foiling this plane here, but it does look like you could see the team ahead going into the IMC. So I think this is another situation where we're just going to be looking at the map, at the rotates, and nobody fighting at the moment. Everybody just looting up and trying to play super passive here.
All right, so as you guys know, Temple University with 82 points already pretty much have won tonight's tournament, but there are so many teams that are fighting for 2nd through 5th place. Texas A&M right now in 2nd place, but only by 1 point. Only by 1 point. University of Ottawa is trying very hard to take out Texas A&M.
UAF gonna go ahead and push up. We are near Cascade Falls, as you can hear the water coming down the mountain here. UAF, yeah, like once again, we have a lot of teams near each other, not a lot of fighting. Let's go ahead and move over. We're gonna hit the beacon, and we do have some fighting down in Cascade Falls. You can see the charge rifling happening. And what team is over here? We do have UNCG is running off the scene. They are a duo. That's probably why they're not very interested in fighting here. So Cascade Falls.
They have not been able to grab banner yet, Andrew, but they are in 5th place. This is the team that came out really strong today. They won the very first game tonight, and they were in 1st place in the tournament in after the first 2 games. They've been hanging out in the top, but their games on Storm Point have been a little lackluster. So if they want to keep that spot and be in the money, they really need a big game here, and I don't know how they're going to do that without their Newcastle.
We are at the No Name outside of Cascade Falls. A couple teams piling up here as everyone is trying to get into the buildings in Cascade Falls. I mean, ideally, that's where you'd want to be. But 19 squads up, guys. If somebody could just go ahead and start fighting for us, that'd be much appreciated here.
Johnson C. Smith University walking up, taking the overall height of the building here. As you can see, the Wraith up on top, keeping her head on a swivel, looking for the teams that are around. This is another team, too, that I believe needs quite a few points to try to make it up in there in the top 5.
Couple teams over at checkpoint, but yeah, I don't think, are these teams even, oh, we might have a fight. Let's go. All right, and the Costigo banking off the building, not quite landing where we wanted. The stairwell is contested, and the Crypto Ult gonna go ahead and crack, do some great shield damage, and we get a little reset here in the doorway with all the caustic gas.
I was gonna say that, Andrew, is this the best play? They're all stuck in that door. I mean, look at that catalyst. That goop was just hitting all 3 of them. It's on the doors. It's gonna be hard for them to hold this off. Spiking some grenades on the doors there. Just trying to prevent anyone from entering, but we are using up. We still have bubble in play if we need it. We absolutely have we could maybe see a good bubble push, but this is Ole Miss. University of Mississippi.
Gonna slide out, big pull on here. The Seer going down, really nice slide out there from Num Num, getting the initial knock there, and that's gonna be big momentum here for Mississippi as they are gonna need to hold the building down as a trio up against a duo. I think there's a third party and yep, you can see the third party on the roof, the purple silhouettes up there.
All right, they're looking again. This team here needs a huge game. These are 2 of the lower place teams in the lobby right now fighting.
Let's go here.
So honestly, the outcome of these fights might not change the placement as much, but still really good fights and good practice nonetheless for these squads.
Caustic in a building, team on the roof.
Aggressive Pillow going down in the kill feed, Andrew.
Not Aggressive Pillow. Yeah, this is kind of a stalemate now at Checkmate since there's so many teams around. We can go back over here to this Aggressive Pillow fight, and it does look like, the last player up
trying to run for their life. This is USU going through it at the moment. One of the top teams with 30 points. They do not want to die. This is all coming down to this escape from the Bloodhounds. No banners in hand yet, but Ha's going to rotate around antenna side. Probably not be able to get banners unless that team fights the other team that's in the nearby area.
Checking back over on the checkpoint.
All right, going back to UM. Oh, miss.
This is awkward.
Getting the bank shot in the back, cracked and knocked, going for the insta-thirst, having the shield swap if needed, and there it is. It is already swapped. It is good to go. That door is just one punch away from being gone. The University of Mississippi playing together and playing really good this game.
All right, so they are the kings of checkpoint, and let's go ahead and look at the map here as they are going to Valcolt out, and we have several teams down, taking the juicer down south here. Cascade Falls. 19 squads up. What's going on?
Nothing is going on. That's exactly what's happening. Here we go. GFU is going to show us some juicy action as the thermites are down. Newcastle Wall is down. Getting the stun, connecting and cracking with that stun. Going to rotate around, try to get some shots with the R99. The second half of that clip really just stuck on him. Great shots and great tracking out of Goat. I see why that's your name.
This Goat eats grass, apparently, as they pull up here. We're probably going to see some nasty R99 beam here close range. Down goes IVC, eliminated. Only a little space here as we have some teams fighting. We'll look back at the map towards the center of the map. Cascade Falls is where we want to be, but so many teams on the very edge right now.
I think we should move that way.
Ooh, the duo. Smithsonian, we need an arc stick here. It's going to be a 2v3, and we're grappling in aggressively. No grenade damage.
No, this is Stevens College. Stevens College sitting right now with only 1 point, looking to grab a couple more points this game. If they can as a partial team, there is a full 3 stack in front of them now.
Not looking good here. Smithsonian, maybe, oh, Tiny Turtle down. Smithsonian going for the roof. We're about to see a 1v3 here.
A little
Flip
help
it and
from
ship
another.
it. No.
No! Stevens College out. And eliminated. Unfortunate. All right, UND, all 3 players up. Purple shields. New gun in hand. Loba on the squad. CTX, unfortunately, going down as well. Sorry, Concordia University, Texas. This is not going to be a good game for them. They only had 7 points, so they are not going to be in the top 5 tonight.
Got Shoes, Fusion, and Peach here with a gatekeep, and they're right on the edge of zone, so looking good for them with 15 squads up. 1 minute before zone 3 starts closing, and this is a zone that you cannot live in. Let's go back over to Cascade Falls as I do hear shooting, and lots of teams trying to rotate in.
I love seeing the universities in chat and the students in chat as well. Thank you guys for all being here. We appreciate you so much. This is so cool that you guys have these esports teams for your students. It was not quite a thing when Andrew and I were in school. We did go to school together. That's actually where we met in college. But I love seeing this, and you guys are doing such a great job to set your students up for future success with help from things like TSMU.
All right, we do have Mississippi back in action over here on the very edge. They need to start thinking about zone, though. 20 seconds left on zone. Can't get too crazy here. Taking the portal. Who knows where it goes? Oh, nice re-knock here.
Wingman hipfire shots.
Mississippi
hitting
feeling.
indeed.
Oh, and they're going to just straight... just passing each other mid-portal.
I know. Okay, Ole Miss doing the thing. 301 Wingman looting up here. Andrew, round 3, they need to go. They need to go now. It's kind of a wonky area, too, of where they're going to go with around the rock. So they need to go. And there you go.
They're vaulting.
There
you
go.
They get it off in time is the question as we watch the zone close.
Are they going to get a little
sting? They're going to take a little zone damage.
They're going to take a little zone damage. Not bad, though. Just 1 tick from all 3 of them. But there are going to be... How many teams? I thought you couldn't sit on the Ferris wheel anymore. Was there... Was there a team up there, though?
I think they were trying to. I don't think they're going to be able to stay up there, though.
You can no longer sit on the Ferris wheel.
Cascade Falls. Yeah, and the team that tried to land up on the Ferris wheel had to drop down. And Cascade Falls is becoming pretty populated with 14 squads up. We have some teams on the edges. Let's take a look around here. And some shots coming in. UNCG going down on that rotation. And a bunch of teams back here. Let's see if we can get some actual fighting. This house has 2 teams in it. I hear a Cossack, and there's a 3rd team as well.
I know. It's a little occupied. It's a little occupied at the moment. GFU, one of the teams holding a higher ground. There is a team across the way not able to avoid the sear scan, so they have
Fox
wall scans on them for the next bit.
Taking the Valkyrie. Pretty smart play here. That was going to be a really tough fight to pull off with so many teams around, so going to go ahead and fly into zone and see where they go.
Andrew, GFU could win top 5. They are sitting with 37 points. They are in 6th place right now. They need to win a couple of fights, and look at these kills. I don't know if this is enough for them to get top 5, but they have the most to gain right now.
All right, so we're going to leave them there. They are in Cascade Falls right here. This is the purple team we were just watching in Cascade Falls. Look at the teams rotating in. Down the river, we have JCSU trying to get a nice little spot here. And they do have some cover here next to the water wheel, so this should be a pretty decent spot.
That's Johnson C. Smith. 7 points right now, so they're not going to be in a position to get a top 5. I do want to, if we can, focus on some of the teams that are maybe in a top 5 spot here, as we have a couple of knocks happening in the kill feed, and the looks like a Arc Star knock as well. Charge Rifle doing what Charge Rifle does, griefing from across the map. A couple of teams up on the north side and 2 teams down here on the south side fighting. It looks like we have someone who got knocked with a bit of shield left on their body. I'm not sure if they just fought a caustic team or what happened.
Here we go. This is the fight that we saw happen, and we have a couple fights. There's a fight over near Cascade 2 that I'm trying to keep an eye on. I think there's only a rat left here that is going to get away. You can see the silhouette running away. So let's go back up to north of the Cascades. A lot of teams rotating down in. Looks like, yeah, UO is going to be trying to move in. The round is closing right now.
How many kills does UO have? Do they have any?
University of Ottawa, they have 0 kills and almost no damage. So they're trying to make some space in. Let's watch them as they do rotate into zone here. The buildings are taken, so they are running right against the edge, not leaving themselves any room here. Getting caught in the zone as well, getting a little bit delayed going through that giant wall.
I mean,
and
that was
taking massive zone damage. Gonna go. They're gonna die to zone 100%.
No, they're in 3rd place by only 1 point. They cannot go down here.
Young.
They cannot go down here.
Oh.
No! Unfortunate. But this leaves a lot of an opportunity for some of the other teams to maybe sneak up and get into that 2nd or 3rd place spot. I don't know if that was even enough for them to hold a top 5 with so many teams tight together. UAF, University of Alaska Fairbanks. One of the teams that was a little bit more on the mid-tier as far as points go, so looking for a good game. 20 points. If they have a banger of a game, which it looks like they're already having with one of their players even taking the kill lead spot, there is a chance.
I think they're going to hold this back position. Let's see if there's any other edge fighting that might be popping off. And yeah, these guys are a bit out of zone here. Guys, pin squads up. The zone's about to close into the space of about 1 building, so I think we're about to lose 5 teams.
I am so nervous as we go into these last couple of fights. There's just so much on the line, and as we have the 1st place team is already pretty much a shoo-in, like we said. 2nd place team up in here. 3rd place team out, eliminated. I do not know what's going to happen, but I think we're going to see quite a change-up with the lineup and the leaderboard as we have these next couple of fights. Illinois Wesleyan University. Sure, let's listen into them.
Wait, they're out of heals too. They're out of heals too. They're also out of heals.
I saw his.
They use bubble. They
Team on top is looking at them. Team on top is looking at them.
Hey, look, they use bubble. We can use horizontal.
No care. We need to walk in his zone. Follow me.
I do have wall now.
I'm shooting. Knock one.
Let me cap up. We all need to heal really
We
quick.
need to walk up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm under them. Do you see where I am?
Oh shit.
I see I didn't catch anything.
I
Yo,
think
we should walk up here. We can climb up here.
we do. Yep.
Do you wanna AP ult?
I'm chilling high ground. Wait, come down.
No,
I'm
we can.
Play the low ground. Take it. Hey, guys.
Oh, dropping on
I
us.
need help. I'm ulting it. I need help.
Here, I'm dark wall. Get back to us. Come back to us.
I'm trying.
Play slow. Come with me.
I'm here.
If we need to back up, we can play outside the window.
I'm popping a med kit. Give me 6 seconds. 6
Crossing
seconds.
this way while they're
Go.
rolled off.
What ults do we have?
There's one guy.
No
Two guys on the
zero.
body
No zero.
here.
No horizontal.
Come to you.
I have no shields left, but they're getting shot by other people too.
Hey, this is a good spot.
Roof is looking at me. I have no heals.
Hey, guys, chill. All we have to do is watch the other team next to us. Yeah, like this.
42 red.
Yo, on the box in front of me.
80. I'm doing a
Nice
lot of damage
shots
to the
there
guys
out
on
of
the roof.
Phantom.
Great shots.
Been down some really good suppression
Hey, we
fire
need to
for
use
his
these
team.
boxes, like unironically.
Jumping
look
down
at the
on us.
team.
Behind us. This Wraith solo. Oh shit.
Snap.
Watch out, we can't peek. We can't peek.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm
I
in
have no
nasty head
shield
glitch
heals
here.
left.
I'm watching this. Everyone watch something else. I'm watching here.
I'm watching our right.
Can't look right now.
I have a crazy head glitch on this guy.
I did 120 on that guy.
Oh my gosh, the zone is
I guess we're
closing. We
looking
have
at
a
We need to
minute,
find a way to get to
50 seconds left. The
High
zone
ground-
is
high ground is
fully
looking, high ground is
closing now.
These guys up. Don't let them peek us for free.
I guess I'm looking. Come to
No,
me. Come to me.
focus right.
I can't look right now.
Okay.
You're alone.
I don't have any
Alright,
shield
guys, we're
heals
gonna
left.
go-
I don't even have
we're
any.
gonna
Tuck
pull
here,
out of those-
tuck here. You see Ram?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull out of those comms.
Wait.
Those were some hype comms. I don't know about you, but they were making my heart rate just speed up just listening to them. I believe we have a lot of the top teams already eliminated. The teams that were in the teams that were in third and fourth place currently. Texas A&M going down. CSUN also going down. USU, one of the final 4 squads alive. All 3 players are up still? Yes? No, not yet. Not yet, indeed. All right, USU, aggressive pillow, last one on the team alive. Andrew, do we have any full team?
That's a nice wall there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Temple, our first place team, actually going nuts right now on the backside. Wingman going off. Nice shots here. We just need to get one more hit.
A punch, maybe? That'd be Dash. Going for the extra $1,000 tonight with the kill lead spot. Look at this, going for these thirsts. And Dash goes down.
And it is going to be IWU.
It is. That is the team that we were listening to with the super hype over the top comms. Let's see if we can quickly listen into some of their celebrations.
Holy shit, good shit, guys. Oh my god. Oh, that was so well played.
There are a lot of people in our chat right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
there's
Hello, everybody.
Okay, hi guys.
Hello.
Whoa.
The hands are tingling. Oh my god, guys.
Woo.
Oh, woo.
Okay,
Yeah.
chill.
Okay. We just had to hear the celebration. He said, I woo.
Oh, really nice game out of them. Awesome to end the day on a dub for them with 7 kills. IWU holding it down. Yeah, really good comms there too. They were intense. They were getting it done. BEG. Let's see. BEG is Bronco Esports getting a 2nd place with 8 kills there. Temple, our first place team, 11 kills, 3rd place. So they're going to be up around 100 points in first place.
Boo in chat. We were watching you. Everyone was cheering for you indeed. Well played for all of the competitors. That was so fun. This was one of the most fun tournaments I have ever had the pleasure of watching, especially with the fact that I did not know a lot of the players leading up to this. Oh my goodness, the future of esports is nutty. You guys are insane at Apex. That was some really refreshing gameplay. I am just so impressed. I hope you all continue on with your journeys in the esports field, whether you want to be streamers or professional gamers or working behind the scenes in the business side of this stuff. Please know that Andrew and I are open to always asking come by our stream, ask us any questions. We are more than happy to help anyone we possibly can. We love, love, love doing this for a living. We kind of fell into this career. I worked in finance and mortgages for 15 years and then started streaming right when COVID hit. So, I mean, our world and lives have changed so much. So please, guys, come let us know. But this was one of the most fun tournaments I've ever had the pleasure of casting over. You guys are insane at Apex. Like, so, so good. But who's taking home the money? Only 5 teams tonight are going to take a piece of that $25,000. Are we going to hop right into it? Can we get the final scores up right now?
Yeah. Let's take a look at the scores. I'm gonna show you guys first some stats on the top kill leader because that's the $1,000 extra. Little extra money there. $1,000. Couple meals out.
A couple meals out. Where are you going to eat?
Couple meals out.
You take your whole crew out with that for a couple meals. I hope.
Hey, I mean, a lot of people in esports have never made money, so even just $1,000 is going to be a pretty substantial, fun thing to say. Hey, I made $1,000 playing in a video game tournament. You know?
Okay. I think we might have some record-breaking scores out of some of these teams as well. Couple meals at this economy. All right, let's take a look at the overall kill leader of the night, and it is going to be. Drum roll, please. IB Dash. Congratulations with the overall kill lead spot and the extra bonus. Enjoy your couple extra meals out, as Andrew said, or maybe put it towards some new PC.
Well played. Bangalore holding it down on the top.
Bangalore on top. It is Bang season, you guys. If you haven't been playing her right now with that extra ammo stack and getting those loot bins with the good gun parts, Bangalore is one of the most fun legends to play, and she is currently my main, and I am so proud to see IB Dash up there with 29 kills taking that home.
Do we want to see anything else before the final scores?
Let's see the total damage. It doesn't count for anything, but let's just see the total damage because why not? Who had the most damage of the night? Oh, my Escape.
Eesh.
Escape, you just had 10,000 damage last game. How?
Accurate. Nuts.
Escape taking the damage leading spot by a mile with 13,123 damage.
Okay. All right. Well, Dash still on top 3 there, 9,897, almost getting the 10K. But Dash, congrats again on getting the bonus kill money. Let's look at the overall scores now and see after 6 games where we stand. Yeah, Temple in first place with 100 points.
100 points for Temple University. Can we please get some hype in chat to a team that could not be stopped? 100 points and 58 kills.
Really nice. 58 kills.
How fitting is it that a university,
dominating.
Andrew, ended up with a perfect 100 score? I mean, it's what you hope for all of your grades and even now your Apex Legends tournaments.
Perfection. We did have
absolute perfection. Texas A&M University in second place. Again, you guys, today this was all about 2nd through 5th. We knew Temple was just really running the show. We could see.
Bronco Esports in 3rd place with 51 points. Almost getting it done for 2nd, but 25 kills as well to boot. We have UO with University of Ottawa in 4th place with 50 points. So close there, that race for the top 3.
Yep, and then University of Alberta Green rounding out and squeezing into the top 5. Super unfortunate for UNC Greensboro, just in the 6th place. Not far behind them is going to be GFU as well, but great gameplay out of all of these amazing competitors. Also, I do want to say thank you for letting us do the listen-ins. The live listen-ins during the tournament are so fun. I love being able to pop in and hear the comms. Like the last team was making my heart rate definitely go up listening to some of those comms, hearing some teams are so much more calm than other, and some have the hype. They repeat everything 3 or 4 times, which I love hearing that. I really do. Guys, we're His and Hers Live. Andrew and Juka, we are honored to be here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Again, if any of the students or anyone playing in this tournament has any questions for us, please feel free to come hit us up. We hope that everyone can make a career out of esports, whether it's behind the scenes or as a competitor, and we're here to help any way we possibly can.
Yeah, and guys, big shout out again to TSMU. This is the biggest series like this that we have for colleges and universities. So, yeah, guys, it was special. It was special to see it happen for the first time, and looking forward to all of them. And guys, stay after it. Stay after it. It's a legit opportunity, guys. If you can figure out how to wiggle your way in skill wise, personality wise into the gaming streaming industry. I mean, it's amazing. It's emerging. It's growing. And yeah, I mean, it's not typically the major you thought you might have been pursuing, or the career you might have been pursuing, but it's amazing, guys. So I would highly advise at least taking a look, maybe giving it a try a little further.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign out. And again, thank you so much for being here. And congratulations to all of the amazing teams. We're going to go ahead and put the final scores up before we leave.
Good night, guys.
And we will see you next time. Thank you, TSMU, !TSMU in chat if you want to be more involved with the future events.